out there at Texas Motor Speedway. We have that track out there. So,
whoa.
Around at 190
Whoa.
and these guys are so talented. I couldn't drive that fast. I just could not do it.
I'll be fucked up if you can't be right here. I do the same thing I told you that I never would. Told you I can't find nobody else as good as you.
Once you get behind the window net,
know that I can't find nobody else as good as you. I need you to stay. I need you to stay.
Because you have to have high expectations when you jump into that Xfinity car. What do you think you guys can accomplish next year?
Yeah, so our goal is to go out there, number one, and compete and finish races. We have to finish races. In order to get better, in order to finish first, you must first finish. This is something I've always preached to people. So our biggest thing is to go out there and make sure we're finishing races and get better and better. Learn, take the data, get the data, learn each weekend. Because, once again, I recently started my racing career. I haven't been racing for 10, 20 years like some of these other people I'm competing against. So I still have a lot to learn behind the wheel of a race car. But the goal is just to continue to progress every single week and then hopefully get to a point where we're competing for those top 10s, top 5s, and eventually wins. But we know it takes time. There's no reason I'm putting crazy pressure on us to go win right out the gate.
Right.
It's just insane. We got to go out there and just get better and have fun getting better. When you have fun with the process, you get a lot better and eventually you can get to the goal.
The number, all that's coming soon, I understand. And you were 22, by the way. Your first football number was 22 because of Emmett Smith, right?
Yes, first
So
football
I'm
number.
thinking maybe if you can get the 22 number, that's what you'd love to have. Somebody's got it right now.
He does. Maybe we could talk.
How y'all doing today?
But no, 22 was my first number ever in football. When I was first learning how to play in 7th grade, Emmitt Smith was Cowboys running back. I didn't know anything about football. My dad said, watch this guy, Emmitt Smith. He's the best in the league. That's the position that you're playing. And I watched him. I was like, okay, I'm going to be like him. 22. Fast forward 20 years later, and 22 years later, and now we're forming a team together.
That's pretty cool stuff. Hey, Emmitt Smith, Pro Football Hall of Famer, we can't thank you enough, man. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you guys, Brad. It's good seeing you, my friend.
You too. Take care.
Thanks, Emmett.
Hey, and Jesse, you're still welcome anytime you want to come back and broadcast races with us.
Hey, I'm ready. Let me know.
All right. Hey, this guy, Brad Daugherty, speaking of ownership, he knows a thing or two. Remember that big guy? AJ Allman didn't win a race for you?
He just came up talking.
Yeah, I was just tagging you a minute ago. There's Brad celebrating ownership. Maybe we'll see him and Smith celebrating a Jesse Awuji win sometime in the Xfinity Series. There were a lot of hugs that day, huh?
It was a great
Coming up
day.
next, we'll talk to Austin Tinner going for 2 in a row.
There's AJ.
Jack? Remember you telling us to check out the General for car insurance, but we all thought you were losing it, so we left you deep in the woods? Turns out you were right about the General. I just misjudged them based on their commercials. They're actually a quality insurance company that's been saving people money for nearly 60 years.
I'm pretty sure I said all of that.
My bad. Let's get out of here.
5 more minutes. My skunk is almost done. For a great
Shaq
ride
in
and nearly 60
with a
years
beard.
of quality coverage, make the right call and go with the General.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G. We also believe in putting people first by treating them right, so we up the benefits without upping the price. With Magenta Max, get our best plan for 5G. With unlimited premium data that can't slow down based on how much smartphone data you use. And taxes and fees are included. You won't get that from anyone else. Right now, pay zero cost to switch. And for your phone, you'll pay it off. Only at T-Mobile, the leader in 5G.
Power outage is more common than you realize. Electricity is a commodity that you tend to forget. But there isn't a single activity you should stop because of power outages. At Jackery, we are here to make sure you can keep doing what you need to and get the job done. With the Explorer 1500, you can power even the most demanding appliances. And the E240 will power your mobile devices until power is restored. Jackery, prepare for the unprepared.
You could spend countless hours researching, going from website to website, in search of the perfect vehicle, or you can buy a certified pre-owned Honda from Honda City. Every certified pre-owned Honda we sell comes with a rigorous background check, 182-point inspection, and longer powertrain warranty, with special financing available on select models. Peace of mind's never been easier with Honda Certified Pre-Owned. Shop HondaCity.com.
It would be a pity if you don't shop at Honda City.
Go full throttle with Wi-Fi speeds worth celebrating. Fast internet for us. Faster everything. Can your internet do that? Here's the points bets odds for today. Check them out. Ty Gibbs actually ahead of Austin Cindric. That's a little bit surprising to me. Austin Cindric trying to go for 2 straight wins. He's with Dave Burns.
He is, Marty, and we find ourselves at the front of the grid right behind you all. So let's check with Austin about potential for today following, man, what a fun victory last weekend in Indianapolis.
Yeah, absolutely. That was pretty cool, but as in racing, you got to move on pretty quickly. So I like today. It's kind of another home game for us. You know,
What's up, Winval? Sorry, I was watching a video. I didn't see your comment.
Try and get that done. I guess 2 weeks in a row, but Nipco Menards Ford Mustang.
I'm sorry, Winval.
For me as a driver last time I was here, so
I'm watching on my Alexa. Yes, sir. You're watching on your Alexa? How does that make sense?
First time in a month we've been able to go this fast on the racetrack.
What's this
You
link?
mentioned what was happening with your race car.
Oh yeah, I was watching this the other day. I watched that video the other day. That was. He has an insane collection. Any better, you know? He did all those stop motion videos.
He was trying to barter every way possible for me to give him the outside going into one, but
I might be getting the Alexa tablet.
I don't see the track changing too much for us, you know.
I'm thinking about getting one of those. They're like super cheap, right?
I really only expect after rubber gets down on the racetrack.
I don't know why. I just think it'd be kind of cool. I already have an iPad.
At 200 miles per hour. It should be fun.
It's going to be a fun day, no doubt about it, Dave. You know, Kyle, in the past couple of years, we've seen some.
I think like $40.
In the Xfinity Series. Think of Christopher Bell, you think of Chase Briscoe, back to Tyler Reddick. Other than Austin Cindric, who's really.
There's a type of Alexa with a screen and you're watching on that.
Contend for the title, I'm not sure, but I'm going to put it back on Collick Racing right now. After coming off an Indy win and a Cup car, Chris Rice, Matt Collick, that whole organization has got to have some momentum that carries them through. And it's got to transfer in some way, shape, or form down to this series, down to the Xfinity Series. Now,
Why is my wireless charger not working? It's kind of
I would
pissing
say
me off.
They need to get the full-time gig working, right? Because this is where they're trying to win the championship. Brad, who's under pressure today?
Yeah, for me, it's no.
Autocorrect might be an issue today.
He had a lot of success. Didn't get up to the start we thought he would this year. You know, he hasn't been able to get to victory lane. He's had some success at this racetrack, but finished.
Last night's race was fun, and I got really high towards the end. That was even more
To
fun.
get the victory lane and be a part of the conversation.
And when we get back to that, Kyle, and you talk about that championship picture, to me, the only one that jumps out into my mind is Justin Allgaier. I mean, he's had a really solid year, but they need to step that up.
You're just checking channels, and Libya Sports 2, a channel which shows mostly ball sports, froze during a replay of Chelsea versus Liverpool English Cup match. Oh, it's a replay? Then it doesn't matter.
He said it's hot. And his starting to run. Look, the hair gel's starting to run.
Is that what he's worried about?
That's all he's worried about is his hair.
Come on. You would think they could translate the Brickyard win and some momentum here in the Xfinity Series. Certainly something they want to do. Hey, the racing team guys are in the booth today. When we come back, Dale Earnhardt Jr., Jeff Burton, Steve Letarte on the other side.
People everywhere are discovering how 5G can change their lives, but Apartments.com has changed millions of renters' lives by helping them get into new homes. So, we already knew all about the power of 5G. We've had it in every town and city for years. And also 6G, and 4C, and 2R.
I'm so confused because the channel logo came back and they literally skipped 6 minutes of a match. How can you do that?
The most popular place to find a place.
Wait, Winval, are you watching the race today?
Budweiser Summer Patriotic cans are here to give you a red, white, and Bud upgrade. Collect all 3 limited edition designs. New
Shut up!
Summer Patriotic cans in stores now.
I can't let diabetes get in my way. I've got way too much stuff to do.
Good, good, good.
I wear this Dexcom G6. It continuously sends my glucose numbers to my phone. And this arrow shows me where I'm headed and how fast. Without finger sticks or scanning, it make me much easier to keep my glucose in range. Which for me is between 100 and
Nick
160.
Jonas?
And the more time I spend in range, the better I feel.
He's still a
And the more
person?
I can check off my list. Check out Dexcom.com/inrange. Let's run it back.
You're going back to the actual channel now?
B-A-N-A-N-A-S.
Can you do it slow?
B-A-N-A-N-A. Banana.
Okay.
Bananas. S. Sonic banana pudding shake.
Okay, great. I think that's right.
It is.
We'll have to check it
I'm
out.
glad I'm able to stream the full race because they let me out early. They let me out at like 1:30.
And their SUV is always
Which is a little too early. I was kind of hoping they'd let me out right at 3.
They wanted it fixed fast.
Because A, I just had nothing to do for the last hour, and B, I would have made money, you know?
Guaranteed same day in-shop repair. We repaired the chip
Would have made more
before
money.
it could crack. And with their insurance, it was no cost to them.
That game you were talking about, was,
Service
you were
can
watching till the
trust
race came
when
on?
needed most.
Safe flag replaced. Did you hear about Louisiana and Florida sinking in that shit? No. They're like under sea level. That's kind of funny.
Nascar Xfinity Series action, the New Holland 250, 125 laps around this 2-mile oval. I'm Dylan Hart Jr. With me is the mayor, Jeff Burton, and everybody's favorite crew chief, Steve Letarte, guys. The Xfinity Series did not race here last year, so in this race, this is the first time for a lot of these guys around this racetrack in this car. No practice. What can we expect?
I think we're going to see a wild race today. A couple reasons, everything you just mentioned, but also it's been over 2 months since these cars and drivers have been on a fast, high-banked oval. We really don't know at this point in the year who the best driver is because things have changed so much. And on top of that, this place is really wide, tons of places to go. And
We haven't had an oval track race in a month, in a little over a month. Was the last time there was an oval track race.
Hope has never been a great strategy. But listen, time off, it can be difficult for the drivers, but it's an opportunity for the race teams. And a track, there's no better track that you get to see improvements than Michigan. If you find more horsepower, if you find more downforce,
You're under sea level, but I'm not in either of those states. What if there's a tsunami?
To improve their equipment.
Well, we might think that Austin Centric came into the season as the favorite, but it's really been wide open all year long. So who wins today?
Well, I think you have to go to the playoff leaderboard to really take a look at the contenders. You mentioned Austin Centric, he is leading the way. So when I look at this list right here, Dinger, Allgaier, Burton, they've all won. But how about the names in white? Daniel Hemrick, Harrison Burton, Justin Haley, Noah Gregson, Brandon Jones, Jeff, those are drivers I expected to win a race. They expect to be championship contenders. To really believe that, I think it's the time of the season where they have to go to
How many races until the playoffs for the Xfinity?
I agree with that 100%. But for me today, AJ Allmendinger, he has twice the amount of races here as the next guy.
Is this the final race before the playoffs, or
Huge win.
is there one more? I think there's one more.
In college racing, so they've got to have so much momentum behind them.
The track was treated with a little bit of resin. We used that as well at Nashville Super Speedway earlier this year. What do you expect from that?
Oh, there's 2 more. 3 more. 4 more. Oh, shit. The 5 more races to the playoffs if you include today.
Well, after the break, guys, we're going to go down trackside for ceremonies up next.
They say if there's a new tsunami, don't be near a river because all rivers come from ocean. Yeah, I could see that.
Today I'm going to show you how to install a smart outdoor camera. First, grab you one of these right here. Then get rid of the instructions. Next, have Vivint come install your entire smart security system for you, so you can focus on more important things, like weeding.
Weeding.
Smart security, professionally installed.
Oh man, I love Snoop Dogg commercials.
Some people say our trade-in process feels too easy. They can't believe
I'm kind of fun because I love you live 30 minutes away from the beach.
an offer that they can put toward their new car.
I don't think you'll have issues.
I believe our friendly advocate will come
I mean, it's only if like some huge natural disaster happened that it'd be an issue. And plus, I think 30 minutes is probably far enough away to be like, where do you live?
Told you so. Experience the new way to trade in your car with Carvana.
The Premier League kickstarts with a London derby. Chelsea's youth show why they're the pride of London. And head across London to face rival Arsenal. Premier League mornings, tomorrow on NBCSN.
The adrenaline kicks in and the heart is just pumping.
Your heart rate goes up, then you start the engine and then it stops. You see everything just zoom by. Boom, 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 boom. It's relentless.
Welcome back to Brooklyn, Michigan, 70 miles west of Detroit. We're going to get this race started, but first we need to go down to Victory Lane for ceremonies.
At this time, we ask that you please rise, remove your hats, as the United States Marine Corps Color Guard presents our nation's colors. Offering today's invocation, please welcome Pastor Kyle Metapetigan from One Mosaic Church.
Let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you so much for today and this amazing opportunity that we have to witness the end result of all the hard work of so many people for our entertainment. We thank you for the cars and the drivers and the crews and all the people who work behind the scenes to make this race happen. Father, we pray for the protection of these drivers and crews that are here today. God, we thank you for the racing associations, go-kart clubs, and short tracks that have fed talent into this beautiful sport that we have today. And I pray for my dad and all of those who are racing at those short tracks tonight. Again, Father, we thank you for bringing us here together. God, may you be glorified today through the actions of these drivers and these crews. We thank you for what you have done and will do in our lives. And we pray this in your Son, Jesus Christ's holy and precious name. And all God's people said, amen.
With us today to perform the Canadian National Anthem, please welcome Michigan International Speedway's very own Lisa Bascom.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us commands. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north, strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God, keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Yeah, Canada.
Here today to honor America with the singing of our national anthem, please welcome the Livonia Youth Choir.
All right, I got some chats. I wasn't I don't read the chat when they're during the ceremonies. I Rivers. Wait, no, I think it. Sounding at Mojave Desert in California is under sea level. What's up, Kenneth? Yeah, Mojave Desert, though, if they had a flood, that'd be like a gift to them because there's like no water.
Overpaying on car insurance. That's why I went to the zebra.com.
RJ, I looked at what you're telling me on YouTube, and there's nothing as yeah. I checked Twitter, and there was like nothing. Not all of U.S. is under sea level. Rivers are created by mountain runoffs. Basically, what is under sea level? Under sea level is under sea level. It's kind of so it's like sea level, and then you can be under. That doesn't mean you're underwater. It just means you're under like the level of the sea. So if you were to be at a beach and you were to stand on a lifeguard, like a lifeguard chair, that's like 10 feet. That'd be 10 feet above sea level. And so, and then if you were to like dig a hole at the beach, that was like 10 feet deep, then you'd be 10 feet below sea level. That's what that means, pretty much. So like, you can be under sea level without being underwater, you know? So there's water in that town, or they're just under the sea level number? Yeah, pretty much. I already know that I'm under sea level because I'm in the Virginia Coast Beach. Oh, you live in Virginia Beach?
Watch sports and never miss a moment.
I've been to Virginia Beach a few times. My mom's side of the family, they used to live there. I only think a few of them still live there, but most of them moved away.
The way you watch just got better. Fios TV app, included in your Fios TV subscription. Download it today.
Buying your next Subaru should be all about you, on your time and on your terms. And BillWrap Subaru's rapid purchase tool lets you do you. Value your trade, select your monthly payment, complete your financing.
So like in Colorado, Coors Field is like 5,000 feet above sea level. It's actually, there's a point of the stadium where they're exactly a mile above sea level. Because Colorado's the mountains, it's super high up, higher elevation.
He's the best ever.
You know?
Busch wins his last 5 starts in the Xfinity Series.
Is that the last ride for you in the Xfinity Series?
Never say never, but yeah, this is it.
For the 4th time this season, Austin Cindric is...
Sea level is 0. That's pretty much just how to understand it. Sea level is 0. Under sea level is negative. Above sea level is positive.
I don't think he's looking like a rookie at all today.
He took on the best, and he beat the best. Ty Gibbs taking it to Allmendinger. All you still got.
Ty Gibbs clears Allmendinger in turn 6.
Clear, big hard. He's going to win at the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
I can't even put into words what it means to win in Indianapolis. Hopefully I didn't make Jim Neighbors roll over in his grave.
Nascar Xfinity Series racing from Michigan, the New Holland 250. Let's get down to the pits for some updates, starting with Parker.
Right, Dale. It's well known that Noah Gragson comes...
I'm not sure if what I was saying made sense, because you're being awfully quiet.
Recently, a top 10 and then a top 5 last week. This team is gaining momentum, and what a perfect place to take it. The last time he raced here, Noah Gragson finished second.
We're going to have a power outage today.
It could definitely be here at the high-speed Michigan Oval.
Parker, Justin Allgaier has never won here at the Michigan International Speedway. Best finish 4th. Last time they raced here, 5th. So what can Michigan do for him today? Well, it can provide this playoff-bound team with a little confidence, a little momentum. And if they can win today, well, they'd be downright dangerous, Marty.
Ah, fuck! Ow! Ah, fuck! Fuck! Ow, fuck me! Fuck me! Ow! Ow! Damn, dude.
Busch looked like he had him beat and then got very late in the
Son of a
race.
bitch.
Looking for a little redemption and a trip to victory lane. Let's get loud in the Irish Hills. Time to crank the engines.
Race fans, it's time for the most famous words in motorsports. Here to give the command to start engines, please welcome New Holland North America's Director of Commercial Marketing, Mark Lowry. Drivers, start your engines.
I had a leg cramp. That's what happened. I'm fine now. But it hurt for like the 30 seconds that it was hurting, it hurt really bad.
You might not feel ready for the moment. With Roman at your side,
We got this.
you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly. So that you're ready. Roman ready.
I got one earlier too.
How is Apartments.com so sure that we'll still have the most listings in the future? By going there.
No listings in 2178.
With the possible exception of the year 2178. Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place.
Welcome to Sonic. May I take your order? One cream cheeseburger. I'm on it. Great cheeseburger, almost ready. On my way.
That hurt.
Someone pass me the cream sauce. Almost ready on the burger.
One Sonic cream cheeseburger.
We put a lot of stress on our feet. It's no wonder they ache. Introducing ArchFit from Skechers. ArchFit distributes pressure across the arch, providing balance and support to make walking more comfortable. They're machine washable and available for men and
Under
women.
pressure.
ArchFit, new from Skechers.
Beautiful day in Baltimore, where most people probably know that Geico.
Potassium deficiency, more potassium, no more cramps.
Could help them save on both
You know,
sides.
I used to have cramps, leg cramps, all the time. All the time. I would have them all the time, and they would be worse than what I just had. Like, that hurt. They used to be way worse. Like, 100 times worse. I would literally be on the floor, writhing in pain. Like, screaming in pain.
Apartments.com has the most
Like,
friendly listings for pet loving
and that used to happen, like, once a week, usually. It hasn't happened much within the last, like, you know, year and a half.
Apartments.com,
But it happened twice today. Actually, it happened earlier. I was crossing the street. I was crossing a busy street. And while I was crossing the street, I had a leg cramp. But, like, it just, like, I couldn't just sit down in the middle of the street. I had to get to the side of the road. And it hurt so bad. And then I sat down. What even is potassium? I feel like that's a dumb question. Oh, so I need to be eating healthier? I just looked it up. Pretty much just means I need to be eating healthier.
This is the way to come back by winning, and that's exactly what Kyle Busch does today here at Michigan. Got it, baby, got it. Heck yeah, boys.
Kids putting on a show yet again.
Let's go! Another chapter to his incredible Cinderella 2021 season.
Austin Cindric has scored the checkered flag and scored the win.
Today he's going to win at the historic Indianapolis Motor Speedway.
All right, let's take a look at the start grid for today's race. What a contrast of history on that front row. 22-year-old Austin Cindric and 39-year-old A.J. Allmendinger is going to lead the field.
See back there in row 3, Justin Allgaier, Harrison Burton, Henrik and Herbst, row 4, and then Vegas says the favorite, Ty Gibbs, back there outside row 5.
Jim Burton starting back in 12th place. Landon Castle starting 15th. Sam Mayer 16th. Josh Perry, great story there, in 17th place. Tammy Jo Martins. Anybody can win the race. Look at there, Tyler Reddick in the 23.
That's why bananas, avocados, broccoli. Yeah, I don't remember the last time I ate a banana.
Turn his season around with some changes in that.
Honestly, I don't remember the last time I ate something like moderately healthy. It's been like a long time.
Bubba Wallace, row 18, he's some laps on the board. It'll be fun watching him work traffic.
All right, Jeff, let's see if we can dial up driver Justin Haley.
All right, Steve tried this last week 3 times. It didn't work. Let's see if I can make it work. Hey, Justin, this guy's up in the booth. You got us? All right, buddy, some changes to the racetrack today. Expecting that to make a difference?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, it's been a year since we came here, since 2019, so definitely going to be a little bit of a different race today. I feel like we haven't been to a bigger track in a while. I feel like this race is super important for us as an organization. Head to the playoffs to see where, we can stack up these bigger mile-and-a-half tracks as I pull up.
What makes Ben Telect videos terrifying? Oh god.
How do you approach them?
This was how the people who are extremely great. Let's start by laying out a fact by simply creating content.
You can choose to go to our games all day. Obviously, this initial start, we're probably going to be together and then just get to the top lane. On the lane transition throughout the day, but like I said,
Your Alexa is lagging. We'll tell it to stop.
All right, buddy, we appreciate your time. Good luck today. Have fun.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Leaf Home Solutions, for letting us ride along today. Now let's go down to Parker Quitterman, see what's happening on pit road.
We're going to get another great onboard here for the big boy onboard of Riley Herbst, who comes in this race now 10 points to good in the race for the playoffs, but today might be a bit about survival. He told me he just wants to complete all the laps here today because the last time he came here in Xfinity car, he crashed a car in practice. He got 25 laps in the race and got wrecked. He said, today I just need to prove to myself that I can survive here at Michigan. If we do that, we'll come out here with good points, Marty.
Parker, if you look at the points bets odds, Austin Cindric certainly one of the favorites along with Ty Gibbs today. You'll get to ride on board with Austin Cindric with a Ford Performance onboard camera. But Austin told me this morning, Michigan has been a tough place for us. No top 10s in either race here. He said, we have our work cut out for us. The intermediate tracks, like here at Michigan, have been our biggest weak point of the year.
Marty, Michael Annette is still healing from a leg injury from surgery to repair that. And today, Josh Berry, the 30-year-old from Tennessee, will be jumping behind the wheel. Josh just radioed his crew with 16 starts already this year. He hasn't been to every track. He said, here's another new track, guys. Just remember, tell me everything you see and everything you know, and I'll use it. Should be a good day for Josh. He's already won once this year, guys.
Got to be pretty interesting for a lot of these guys going into the corner for the first time, never had been to this racetrack, what kind of grip they're going to have today. But Steve, this series,
why are his vids creepy?
Kind of program on how to call those
They are a
races.
little creepy.
Now we're back at the ovals. Talk about this race breakdown.
Well, it's one of my favorite tracks. I know it's one of your favorite tracks. We're up here in the Irish Hills of Michigan, right in the back door of all the manufacturers. It's 2 mile, high speed, wide sweeping corners, 18 degrees of banking, multiple lanes. We're going to talk a little bit how they've treated it. 12 degrees of banking on the front stretch. We've seen 2, 3, 4 wide, big toes, big giraffes down both the front and the back straightaway. And the race itself is going to be broken up. It's a 125 lap race, 30 lap stage 1, 30 lap stage 2, 65 lap final stage, 46 to 48.
Are we going green?
We're definitely going to have to see a fuel stop somewhere in that final stage, and we expect the competition yellow somewhere in that first stage around lap 15.
Now, when we look at this racetrack, we see that darker colored.
Oh no, they still have to go down pit road.
In the corners, and people would think that that might be traction compound. Now, they had used that here in the past, but Jeff, this year we've got resin on the racetrack. You see a car working in on that resin up high, and that is Tyler Reddick, one of the first guys we expect to see try the high line today. What will this resin do? And we tried it at Nashville Super Speedway. Great results there. What can we expect today?
Well, no surprise to see Tyler Reddick. You know he's going to be the one of the first guys to try it. Loves running an outside lane. The hopes is that it does create an outside groove. In the races,
Bubba Wallace is racing today.
We used to race against the wall.
In the 61 car.
And some guys would be on that white line, but constantly trying to find a way to get that groove back.
I'd love to see him win, but he has to come from. Dean got 7th last night, or personal best. Yeah, I think that was awesome.
I think that multiple grooves are important
She's
because
awesome.
they're going so fast it allows the driver to kind of get out of the arrow wake. Right, like you love to go down the front stretch of backstretch. I want to follow you. When I get down the corner, I want to have a chance to not follow you. I need to get out there and find that downforce. But guys, I think we can talk enough about the favorite for today, according to the odds.
I can't fail it to build.
I have to admit, I didn't see him. I knew he was a good race car driver, but I didn't see him jumping on the scene as aggressively as he had winning races already.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did, including, his grandfather, his father.
Right.
I mean, always believed in the
Last night was the weirdest race I think I've ever watched.
This much success, but he's done it, and he's capitalized on almost every.
Just the fact that there was no live timing and scoring was just
They did not treat the middle
awful.
groove, which is the preferred line around this racetrack, or the very bottom of the racetrack, which is a great place for guys to go to try to make passes. So the traditional racing line that these cars have used in the past is still untreated. So, but it will be interesting to see if anybody goes up the racetrack to try to find some more speed, some more grip, more throttle. Cars rolling through turns 3 and 4. With the lights off and the pace car, we're coming to the green.
On starts and restarts, you've seen the outside lane be really, really good right here. The guy on the top can pitch the guy off on the bottom, but then immediately a race to get to the bottom to get into turn 3. And then as tires wear out, then you can try to get to that middle groove. Be interested to see if this resin does change any of that.
10 different winners.
All right, here we go.
One driver is entered this weekend. It's one of those 10, Tyler Reddick. So we have a new winner again today as the field closes in on the green flag.
Green flag's in the air, y'all.
Wave the flag and we're underway here in Michigan down the front straightaway.
Yeah, AJ.
Oh, the 22 really loose right there.
Yeah.
Big save.
Look at the momentum on the high side for the 50.
Man, he is all over the road.
That white car second in line up top, giving a shove to the 9, wide down bottom, the 11, the 20, the 7, pretty organized.
Oh, the 20 up the racetrack.
Oh, the 18.
Oh man, what is up with Hemrick?
Driving by Riley Herbst. You see, he had to give the 18 space. He's in that orange car, center of your screen right there. There's Herbst to his outside. Oh, they're still pushing and shoving.
How is nobody wrecked in the first lap? That was like crazy.
Right there, why that outside line is the preferred line to be restarting in. See somebody Reddick already up in the resin trying to make speed.
Yeah, he's got a clock turn 2 with a lot of momentum on that third lane. So close to the wall. Now he's going to cross over, try to go underneath the 51 of the LeVay as we check in right here with Harrison Burton and Allgaier under attack from the 10 of Jeff Burton.
It's interesting. Nobody really running that
Oh, you
line.
post
Like
another
we
link.
People running the middle groove. Let's go back and watch. Talk about that 22 car of Austin Cindric on the bottom with the car.
The Bears.
And then AJ Allmendinger.
Dude, they suck.
The back of this car just pulls him around.
Don't they have Nick Foles now too? Like, you think that would help them out a little bit?
No, thank you. I mean, that side lane's a Martinsville competition, but in Michigan. On board right here with Cindric. You see him going to the bottom of 9 of Gregson. Now the struggle is this pass. Can you carry enough momentum into the corner? Parker.
Oh, guys, we wondered about that resin. I just heard the 11 team tell Justin Haley, that car in front of you just ran in the resin. Get all 4 up there. There's a ton of grip. Get into the resin. So it may be coming in real early. You might see some outward lines here. These cars trying to get into it and activate it and run up those higher lanes. We're riding right here with Justin Haley, and you see Ty Gibbs in front of him. Ty Gibbs, he had a great start of this race. Started in 10th, all the way up in 2nd. He immediately jumped in that outside lane. Trusted it. You have to wonder if that's an experience. Arca race, he won that race. He drove into turn 1 like he's been here 100 times. You just have to believe some of that confidence has to do with laps.
We mentioned it when we gave you the starting lineup. Watch this car right here, the 61 on the bottom of your screen.
You guys want to hear something awkward?
Behind the wheel of this
I just
61
lost
car.
my
He started near the
shrooms.
back of the field, but he's already all the way up.
I don't know where my shrooms are. Not that I was going to take them right now, but
Joe Martin's just in front of him.
I just want to know where they are.
Top of the screen. Cindric
That's
trying
not
to
it.
get down
That's not it.
From all those spots he lost on that first corner. Oh, the 11 car. Haley has to lift off the throttle. Gets a little bit loose. Good patience by Cindric.
Oh, well, they'll
He had to
turn
lift
up.
for a moment, too, as well, just to keep from hitting the 11 car, but able to make the pass. Back up to 3rd place as he sets his sight on Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, AJ Allmendinger, the leader, he's checked out.
Other
2
link.
seconds. He had a clean, great restart. Everybody else was really struggling to use that to his advantage. Now everybody's trying to run him back down.
Another driver we mentioned in the starting lineup is Josh Berry, filling in for Mike Liddell in that red and white number 1 at the bottom of the screen. Triple duty for Josh Berry this weekend. Never has he turned a lap here at Michigan, but he was in the truck last night at St. Louis, in the Xfinity car today at Michigan. He'll be in a cup car again tomorrow, so a lot of races.
Shroom's gone, woo, yeah. Why is that a good thing?
Full time next year for Josh Berry. Very popular move.
I want to trip. I'm planning on tripping at some point soon. Oh, found them. There we go. There they are. There's the Shrooms.
Great news to see him moving up next year, Dave.
And Dale Jr. knows this. He's been a great short track and late model competitor. In fact, told me this morning he wasn't even sure that was going to be anything more than he would do in his life. Never expected to be here. A year ago, he said, I never would have believed that I was signed full-time for 2022. But he's making the transition, and the rest of this year is getting used to more of the tracks he'll be racing on in 2022 for the championship.
And I think it says a lot about his racing resume when he gets tabbed to be a fill-in driver for either Saturday or Sunday at tracks he's never seen. That's how much confidence both garages have in his racing experience. He doesn't know how to run a 2-mile track. He hasn't got a lot of experience, but he's a racer, and you see right here, I mean, that's not a rookie-type move, right? Moves in the inside, leaves a little space for the side so he doesn't get loose. Now he's going to chase to the bottom, get away from the 4, and complete the pass.
And one thing to say, smart decision for Junior Motorsports. Hey, you're driving full-time. May as well fill in for this race. That's going to help you for next year. It's a whole other thing for a cup team to call a young driver, no experience, have that much confidence in him.
AJ Allmendinger continues to lead the field here in Michigan. We'll be back right after this.
Make this the summer you taught them what it means to serve. The summer of hauling happiness by the ton and bringing home hardware by the handful, where traditions were passed down on the tailgate. And the only thing more powerful than the feeling was the truck that took you to it. Make this the summer of Ram.
Right now, get 0% financing for 72 months, plus no monthly payments for 90 days on the 2021 Ram.
I don't know, don't trip because it's bad. Remember that time you were scared? I remember that. I remember when I thought my viewers were turning against me because the Shrooms were so weird. I remember when I was streaming while tripping, and I thought that the government was coming to like get me. That was kind of fun.
With Roman at your side,
We got this.
you can take care of erectile dysfunction discreetly. So that you're ready. Roman ready.
Fun times. I tripped last week and that was scary. Or earlier this week.
The fact that this Reese's ad showed up at this exact moment.
But it was also kind of fun.
Your devices are listening to your stomach.
Yeah, I just saved a whole lot of money by switching to Geico.
I'll try to explain my last trip. So have you guys ever done this, where you just get your fists and you put them up to your eyes, and then you kind of like just see a bunch of weird shapes and stuff? Well, I was closing my eyes during pretty much that entire trip, and it's like that times like a million. It's like crazy.
Take a closer look at
Like I just saw the weirdest shit.
David Brown, right near that 11-second barrier. I have one job. That's to be the fastest Paralympian in the world.
And my job is guiding him.
It's all about teamwork and reliability. Like teaming up with Xfinity for a fast download and reliable speed. Xfinity have a gold medal?
Everything's a competition with you.
Xfinity X5. With fast downloads and reliable internet for streaming, it's a great way to stay connected. And don't miss the Paralympics, beginning Tuesday.
Download the official app of NASCAR. Follow the action with free live scoring, in-car cameras, and a radio broadcast. Upgrade to premium for full access to driver audio channels and a completely ad-free experience. Search NASCAR in your app store to download and start a free trial today. Dave, what do you got down there on AJ Allmendinger in that 16 car?
Well, you all remember last weekend finished second on Saturday in the Xfinity race and won the Cup race on Sunday, and has been living large all week. I don't know how many times I heard the word fun on the radio before the green flag today, but between team principal Chris Rice and this driver, they were talking fun all the way. As for the racecraft at the moment, he just wants to know what people are doing behind him in this resin. He was told the only place that the 54 of Ty Gibbs is beating you is between the middle of turn 2 and off of the corner. Remember, Ty had laps here yesterday, Marty.
Hey, Dave, in your pre-race interview with Austin Cindric, didn't he tell you he wanted to start on the top? He has choice because he got the pole position, so he has choice. Well, why did he start on the bottom? Listen to this radio conversation. He explains why.
We were talking about pit speeds when I should have been getting to the top. The other day, it's not me, but so you know, it wasn't where I wanted to be.
There you go, Steve. Sometimes when you're communicating things from the pit box, you need to pay attention to what the driver is doing out on the racetrack. So they were communicating about pit road speed and how that went. And here it is. He's starting on the bottom, and he made the wrong choice. And A.J. Allmendinger started on the outside and now has the lead.
Yeah, so all day long, the choose rule's in effect. You can pick what lane you want. For the original start, the choose is only in effect for the pole sitter. So the one guy in the field that could have picked the spot was Austin Cindric. He was on the radio and he forgot to pick.
And Allmendinger's like, are you going to give me this?
Yeah, I'm
like, are you going to really let me have this top lane?
And that bottom won't get much better. I mean, that, you know, they know that this track has some variable banking, so it's a little bit flatter in that bottom groove and a lot looser, especially with the car on the outside taking away that side force. So that bottom's not definitely going to get better as this race goes on. And it's just, you know, with the choose rule, how many cars do you start behind that outside line versus moving up in that inside line? Some guys will move up.
Well, we're going to get to see it here in a little bit because we expect to have a competition yellow on around this lap right here. Nascar will put it out, and then the team's going to have to decide if they want to pit or not. With only 3
Caution's out. Competition caution.
It's very difficult to come to pit road. There's the yellow that we saw, or we expected, 16 of Allmendinger. Pretty smooth 15 laps to get this underway.
Allmendinger's got to be feeling pretty good right now on that race last weekend for a.
Is Rick Allen in the booth today? I feel like I haven't heard his voice.
Today, a couple weeks so far.
Yeah, I mean, he's probably feeling pretty good, but watching those guys close up in that rearview mirror, Jeff, you know that you want to work on that race car to get an opportunity in the future. Here's some action from last week in Indianapolis. You see Chase Briscoe cut the course a little, and NASCAR said that's a no-no. Penalized him. There's what happened off the turn, one into turn 10. Briscoe sends the 11 out of the lead, and AJ slides in there with I wouldn't call it an upset, but for this team, I mean, what does this do for this organization going full-time next year? A brand new team in the Cup Series, incredible to be able to get in the victory lane.
Yeah, I think it was an upset. I think when you're Colleague Racing, a full-time Xfinity team, and you go beat Hendrick Motorsports, Penske, all those big teams, Gibbs, Childress, you go beat them. I think that, no matter who your driver is, I think that is an upset. Because you're not supposed to be able to do that. You're not supposed to be able to knock those big teams.
Who you guys got winning
What
today?
I'm waiting to see is I know that was
I have AJ again.
But can that momentum carry through? We heard Kyle Petty talk about that in the pre-race show. Can that Cup Series win, that huge win in Indianapolis for this organization, while that's great for what they're doing next year, can it pay dividends this year? Can it send some confidence through this race team where A.J. Allmendinger can be considered a title contender? He has won. He's in the playoffs. We know he's there. But can he go head-to-head with Cindric as we see a bunch of cars stay out? Not a big surprise. We're not seeing a lot of action on pit road. As I mentioned, only 3 sets of tires.
I thought he was a contender when the season started. Could he become the favorite? That was my question. Could he top Austin Cindric? Got some cars coming down to pit road. A lot of these guys decide to stay out and hit at the stage break, Marty.
Here comes Riley Herbst down pit road to said his car was extremely loose. Richard Boswell deciding to bring him down. Adjustments only here. The interesting thing is, if you took fuel and tires here, you can connect that to the end of stage 2, where you could stay out through both stages, but most teams deciding to stay on the racetrack, and there's those adjustments we talked about for the 98.
See how that works out for those guys. We'll be right back.
the savings event of the year, the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon.
And this Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon, there's no telling what we might bundle.
Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon. Bundle cars, trucks, colonials, bungalows, and that weird hut your uncle lives in. So strike up the Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon band for the deal that started forever ago and will probably never end. Home and Auto Bundle Extravafesta Save-A-Thon. Say it with me.
Home and Auto Bundle.
No one's leaving till you say it right.
Home and
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
My internet streams to my ride.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
This is the BMW Championship. It's the last chance to make a name as a FedEx Cup contender.
Top 30 get to East Lake with a chance to win it all.
The BMW Championship on NBC.
Peacock streaming the best in live sports. From the Ryder Cup to exclusive Premier League matches. This is where legends are born every week of Sunday Night Football. Live kickoffs, send-offs, blast-offs, and NFL kickoff. Away we go. It's high-flying, jaw-dropping, edge-of-your-seat action. You can't not watch. Watch for free, upgrade for more at peacocktv.com.
I have an idea.
Laura's doing great. She's really going places. I know where you go. Come on. She's right at home here.
Somebody's gonna be late.
Yeah. It's like she never left. Because she never left.
She's right at home. Aquafina's Nora for Queens premieres tomorrow at 10 on Comedy Central.
Oh, Chris goes on the ground. Oh, he's gonna spin. Diddy has spun out.
All right, so as we peel this onion back, I am not mad at him. Better than Tony Stewart. We just need a piss stone first.
Do you think NASCAR should be looking at Chase Briscoe's radio communications?
Yes, I think NASCAR should get into it.
Just make that simple enforcement of the rules so you guys got it there on the track.
I do not like refereeing and racing.
I know it's hard to believe, but it's their damn job. I'm gonna make them make the call.
Would you rather see them on the oval or back on the road course?
We can't be so frozen with fear that we don't try some stuff.
That's NASCAR America Motor Mouth Mondays and Wednesdays, 6 to 7 p.m. Eastern, streaming live on NBC Sports Channel and on Peacock. It's got Jeff Burton saying some cuss words.
He was fired up on Monday. I'm going to tell you, you know who else was fired up? The fans. And the show was great because of the fans. We had probably 12 or 15 callers, and that's the key. You fans out there, you can call in and give us your thoughts on the race. They gave it to us, and then Jeff Burton gave it to us. He's fired up.
It's a fun show. The fans make it, when they call in, live interaction, it is so much fun. So call in, because we will take almost any question.
Yeah, viewers can sign up for Peacock, peacocktv.com. So this man right here, Tyler Reddick, had a little issue on pit road, guys. Let's listen in.
Keep going, you messed up. Yeah, I was looking for the wrong sign to see.
Drove by his pit stall, and pit stall is one of the, his pit stall is number 36, I believe, and I never liked an early pit stall because in my mind, I'm thinking, man, I'm way down pit road. I'm not early. I would drive by those. You wouldn't even pick them anymore after a few times.
I argued enough. Finally, I said, the only way to fix this? I just pick at the other end.
One of the first races I started driving the 31 car, quit driving the 99 car, I drove right by the 31 box and almost drove straight into the 99 box. Just looking for the wrong number. All right, so we got this choose cone, right? And everybody chose where they wanted to go. It's really, Noah Gregson was running, he was in 6th. Now he's lined up on the inside, essentially in 3rd position, choosing that inside. But Harrison Burton, he was running 5th. He's lined up in 8th. Thinks the outside's going to work better. It's a lot of spots to give up. Let's see how this works out.
Field's rolling up to the restart zone, the Geico restart zone.
All right, we're going back green here.
Oh, great jump on the outside. We'll see if this push at the bottom will get the 11 going.
Ty Gibbs and James had a little issue
Yeah, Justin.
Great reaction by Ty Gibbs. Jumped to the
Oh,
outside
Justin
here,
just
now
fell
he's on
way
the
back.
on the 22, trying to
All right, Tyler.
That inside line did not
Tyler Gibbs, you have to go catch him.
better.
Boy, inside, outside. How about Cindric? He split the line right up the middle. He's
Oh,
gonna
boy.
lead her into 3. Oh, man. Bubba Wallace up the track, loose in that 61.
Joe Buford right there behind him.
4 wide. Let's call it.
Oh, there we go. We got some trouble. Caution's out.
His contact backed into the fence.
A lot of damage on Caesar's car.
Yeah, it's going to be tough.
He's going to bring out the yellow for the field. They're going to slow off a turn 2. Caesar's going to come down pit road to the attention of the crew.
I didn't see exactly what happened in the 90, but between that and that restart, it was shocking. Let's take a look what happens to this 90 right here. I think we're down in turn 3. Okay, it's pretty high. Right side's in the darker stuff. Oh, he just gets loose on entry. Comes around. And just not enough room to save it. Backs it in the outside wall.
Yeah, we still don't really have a good gauge from our vantage point on what kind of grips up there in that high side.
it just came around on him.
Yeah, heavy damage. It's going to be hard to repair. These high speeds, aerodynamics, that deck lid, spoiler, quarter panel, so important. We'll just have to see how the team can do. But that restart, what? I mean, it was chaos. I don't know what happened either to Allmendinger. Like, I thought he was accelerating pretty well. Then all of a sudden it just missed a spot or, missed a shift or something. Dave, what are you hearing?
Yep, we can help you out here with a little radio. Listen here.
Sorry about that. I screwed that up. I'm not really sure why. Damn it. Yeah, so on the pace lap, when I was practicing getting into 4th, it was kind of just sticking. And,
We have 8 to go in stage 1. When we go back green, there'll probably be 5 to go. So it'll be a shootout to the end
What we didn't grab was that he said I had
of stage
trouble
1.
getting it into 4th. Junior, you've driven one of these cars pretty recently. If it's sticking a little bit, getting into 4th, how does that happen?
Yeah, just they don't have time to, practice these cars and work out these little bugs. Could be just the way that the transmission's built. It's not very smooth to shift. And if you have to practice and you notice those kind of issues or vibrations, you can make the changes, change the drive shaft, turn the drive shaft, change the transmission if you really think you need to.
Clearly, A.J. Allmendinger, one of the best road racers we have in all of NASCAR, knows how to shift.
Yeah.
So it's not, he said it's on me. Because he's saying, I know I had a problem because on the pace laps, it wouldn't go into 4th. So what he's saying is, the transmission's the problem, but I can deal with it. I got to change what I normally do to make this work. That's hard to do, though, because you know how important these restarts are. You got to just pause just a second.
Did everyone just leave my stream?
Make sure it's a clean shift, which that'll be a slower than normal shift.
Well, it's surprised, like, we talked a lot about the 16's issue and the 54 of Ty Gibbs going to the top, but there's 22 of Austin Cindric stuck right through the middle.
A couple cars here on pit road look like Justin Allgaier and a few others coming down to the attention of the crews. Dave?
Yeah, not really sure why at this point for Allgaier. We did hear strategy playing mention how you can possibly get to the end of the next stage with a pit stop here. So you would figure if
Oh, look at the stages.
tires and filling it with Sunoco fuel, as is the 10 car for Jeff Burton, that would be the plan. Remember, they've only got 3 sets laying behind the wall today to put fresh Goodyear rubber on.
That's the plan for sure. 7 to go in this stage. You expect 1 or 2 more pace laps. Restart with just 2 or 3 to go. Very few laps on your tires for the stage restarts.
Several new strategies, guys. See how it works out.
This next step for me is for every kid out there with a dream. You will face challenges, but trust me, no matter what, keep pushing.
We put a lot of stress on our feet. It's no wonder they ache. Introducing ArchFit from Skechers. ArchFit distributes pressure across the arch, providing balance and support to make walking more comfortable. They're machine washable and available for men and women. ArchFit, new from Skechers.
This is the FedEx Cup playoffs. The super season comes down to this.
125 enter, but only one will claim the ultimate prize. This is the chance to make a name and exit in silver next to the greatest. This will be the hardest test of them all. The FedEx Cup playoffs start here at the Northern Trust.
Sonic Banana Pudding Shake.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. Whether it's ensuring food arrives as fresh as when it departs, being first on the scene when every second counts, or teaching biology without a lab, we are the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan. So you get it all, without trade-offs. Unconventional thinking. It's better for business.
Football is back with a huge kickoff game. We've got the Buccaneers. Not that kind. There you go. The champs playing the Cowboys. Not even close. Cowboys Bucks. NFL kickoff on NBC and Peacock.
A new documentary debuting this week. Chase. A new Chase Elliott documentary. We're really excited about that. This Wednesday. Let's take a look.
Well, where are we at now? Oddly enough, this is Elliott Road. This is his first cup race car.
Thing's probably got like 6 pounds of Bondo in it.
Welcome to the pool room.
Check it out.
This is it.
Do you know that was his first job?
No, he did not say that. Is this top hobbies?
Dad had to do it like last summer. How to start. Are you ready, dude?
Yeah.
They've showed this video like 5 times.
Chase goes out there and runs a totally different line, runs faster than all I don't say. I mean, what do you say?
I said, Bill, then you keep directing him, and I will support you guys. You could immediately see his driver craft was really high. I remember being the first one to the car. I didn't even know what to say, just for him to have somebody to vent to.
From Dawsonville, Georgia, Chase Elliott is a NASCAR Cup Series champion.
So it's a great way to learn who Chase Elliott is. I don't think a lot of us know as much as we'd like to about him. He really opens up in this documentary this Wednesday on Peacock. Sign up at peacocktv.com. It's going to also premiere on NBCSN Saturday, 5 p.m. Eastern.
Couple penalties, the 7 and the 61.
So we're gonna go back in with like 3 to go on the stage.
Issues on pit road, so
I think. Oh no, 4 to go.
I don't think it's a huge
We're going green this lap.
Restart with 4 to go. I don't expect those two to push these fresh Goodyear tires too hard anyway. Try to save a little life because you know everybody in front of you has to come to pit road at the end of the stage.
See right here, Mike Snyder was running 5th. He is the first one to choose the inside line, so now he's starting in right on front row. Daniel Hemrick pulled up behind him.
Oh my God, these dogs don't stop barking.
After that last restart, I'm not sure how many rows back you need to watch because the action came from a long way back.
A little bit of room on the outside of Cinder here. That high side, if anybody gets a run.
Ryan did a better job launching from the bottom than the
So we got a shootout.
guy on the bottom did not get that
4 laps.
See if that helps him in 1. Look at Hemrick. He's just going up the racetrack. Start on the bottom, just trying to use the racetrack to take away that spot.
Austin Cindric controls now into turn 3. Oh, Ty Gibbs slides up a little bit. Meyer's going to turn down the hill, try to take over second. 3 wide is where I think Harrison's going to find himself. No, he blocked the 18 of Hemrick.
Gregson got on the outside of the 20 car in 3 and 4, made that top groove with the resin work.
Mike Snyder, that bottom worked for him.
Yeah, the problem now, though, Dinger is on his quarter panel. That's going to hurt that bottom.
He was running 5th when he chose that line, so he's going to fall into line here in 4th. So, net gain for sure.
If you look on your left side, you see Harrison and then Josh Berry in that one car, crashed inside the top 10. Remember, started all the way at the back, replacing a net. And here he is right here, putting the pressure on Hemrick. Didn't take him long to learn this new racetrack.
And up there trusting that resin.
What's his biggest challenge, guys? He obviously knows how to drive, but is it the aero side, just going at these speeds, understanding traffic, and how the aero affects your car?
To me, it's finding the grip level, right? So the way you drive a race car is you put it right on the edge of grip, whether you're tight or loose. And without knowing the car, without knowing the track as well, you've got to ease into finding that limit. And that's what he's doing right now, is learning what his car will and will not do.
I think for a lot of these guys that have never ran it before, having that competition caution kind of saves you. You don't have to go out there and worry about getting a lap down. You know, you can go out there and just take your time, knowing that that competition caution is going to regroup everybody, bring everybody back together. So there's no real big pressure early on for that track position. Because he fell back into about 20th, 22nd place, and now he's going to work his way back up into the top 15 here.
We had that driver date on the left. I'm a little surprised. I didn't think we'd see speeds up in the 190. We saw mid-190s on the front stretch and mid to high 190s on the back. Right? Take a look right here. 94, 5, 6, 7. Saw 198. And this is on old tires. We put new tires on. We might see 200.
All right, so Syndic wins stage 1.
That green and white checker flag as he's going to win stage 1, a series high 9th stage win in 2021. This guy continues to impress. Continues to build.
What is that sound?
Argument that he's the favorite again.
What is that sound? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, people like Geico because it's just easy. Bundling, for example. You've got car insurance here and home insurance here. Why not? Zoop, put them together. Save even more. Some things are better together, aren't they? Like, tea and crumpets. You wouldn't bundle just anything. Like, say, a porcupine in a balloon factory. No, that'd be a mess. I mean, for starters, porcupines are famously no good at a team setting.
Geico. Save even more when you bundle home and car insurance.
The adrenaline kicks in and the heart is just pumping.
Your heart rate goes up, then you start the engine and then it stops. You just see everything just zoom by. Boom, 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 boom. It's relentless.
Verizon Fios On Demand has the best comedies, more horror, and the latest action movies. Like this one.
Before I was an Avenger, I had this family. We have to go back to where it all started.
You should have brought the Avengers.
Stage 2 ends at lap 60.
Get the hottest new releases with Verizon Fios On Demand. Verizon Fios makes moving easy, no matter where you go. Whether you're looking for a little more space, or maybe a lot more space, make sure you bring the important stuff, like your current TV and internet plan, with flexible
What's up, RJ?
your schedule.
I thought everyone left my stream.
While you move, you can feel right at home faster. Learn more.
Is your Alexa still lagging?
Call 866-BZ-MOVIES.
You're watching the New Holland 250 here in Michigan. Stage 1 is over. The field going down the pit road. Let's go to Dave.
Third place now, A.J. Allmendinger started on the front row. He said I would be more hesitant on the shift to fourth gear, and he was. That was fine. The car handling-wise, it's just a little bit tight at the end of this run. They wanted to fix that a little bit more, Marty.
Tiget sitting in second said it was a little tight to start the run. He said it just kept getting tighter, chattering the front in the middle of the corner. Said he just can't turn the car.
What's up, I thought everyone left. But y'all are not leaving because y'all are real ones.
Right now, Brian Wilson made the call. We have the track position. Let's make the adjustment here so they go down on the track. Star Cindric will hold serve here.
I'm rolling a blunt because I want to smoke a blunt.
A very, very close call for Ty Gibbs on pit road. Narrowly avoiding a car coming to pit road. Cindric will beat him off pit road. We'll get the restart coming up next.
I'm so glad you're okay, Sergeant Houston. This is Sam with USAA. Do you see the tow truck?
Yeah, thank you. That was that.
Sergeant Houston never expected this to happen. Or that her grandpa's dog tags would be left behind. But that one call got her a towing rental, paid her claim, and we even pulled a few strings, making it easy to make.
My mom's friend, she's at the IndyCar racing Gateway right now, or I think it's tonight. But she just told me that if Joseph Newgarden wins, and if you guys don't know, I'm a Joseph Newgarden fan. That if Joseph Newgarden wins, she gets to go to Victory Lane.
Become the official partner of MLB and
Pretty damn cool.
You are the strongest and the fastest.
You shouldn't smoke alone.
Formula with emu oil offers
Well,
relief when you're training to win.
people don't want to smoke with me, so.
And you won't stick. Official partner of MLB and Nascar.
If I crave something, I have
Kenneth, come over and smoke with me then.
Like, what do you crave?
Attention, apparently. Look at him all sitting in the middle.
I know, right? It is really awkward. You just chose to sit there. Sonic Crave Cheeseburger.
Print. Come on. Print.
Do you suffer from cartridge conniption? Be conniption free thanks to the cartridge free Epson EcoTech printer. A ridiculous amount of ink.
Do I look like a money tree?
The Epson EcoTech. Just feel and chill.
Why don't we settle this right here, big brother? That's my belt shoe, man. You want this belt? Come and get it.
Make it right, Jack. He's your brother.
I'm aware.
Y'all cheer the character out flag.
Character out, please.
We could lose just for one day.
NASCAR on NBCSN is brought to you by Credit One Bank, the official credit card of NASCAR. Visit gocredit1.com. Ford, built Ford proud. And by Ruoff Mortgage, official mortgage partner of NASCAR. Welcome home from Ruoff Mortgage.
I wish I could smoke with y'all, but I'm in Southern Virginia.
His first race this season with us. Brad, how's it going down there?
No, it's going great, man. It's been fun to get back to
Well,
the racetrack.
come to New York and smoke with us. Kenneth, you come to New York too. I don't know where you live, but come to New York. Let's have a smoke sesh.
For you, Steve, and Jeff, is how hard do you want to go on these restarts? At what point do you back off and try to settle in and figure out what kind of race car you have? These guys are just hammering down on one another on these restarts. It's fun to watch.
That sounds like a car owner suggesting that.
It's expensive, man. Yes.
You got to go on the restart. What are you talking about? You got to go.
Settle it, Brad. You got called right out right there, buddy.
Now we know that Cindric
I like Brad Doherty.
off the pit road.
Detroit?
Stops earlier, but
That's cool.
cars starting in front of him. Several of these cars chose to come down early.
Can't have shit in
Previous
Detroit.
tires and cycle
That's the
themselves to
meme.
front.
So you an Eminem fan?
Off pit road. One thing that's interesting here at
If you live in Detroit, you gotta be an Eminem fan.
So this is going to look odd, right? There's the
You've lived in Virginia Beach your whole life? Wait, are you in Virginia Beach, or is it just like somewhere else in Virginia?
It is 8 inches tall. The concern there would be had you dented or hurt any of those right side wheels.
I also consider Norfolk Virginia Beach.
If that thing has any sort of shake, oh man.
Sam Mayer's going to the garage. What the hell?
Transmission issues could not
Oh,
get
no.
into fourth gear. They tried to lock it into fourth gear with bungee cords and then push him off of pit road. That didn't work.
Hey, you an Eminem fan? Fuck yeah.
The 18-year-old getting his learning days in NASCAR Xfinity Series. He's going to get another one today, which is sometimes you just got to fix it.
There's no other chance with taking the pit road and fixing it.
Yeah, the 1, the 6, and the 5 car as well had penalties under that cycle of pit stops over the wall too soon for all 3.
Sam Mayer had a really nice run going last week. Ended up in a bad situation, had to miss the curve, and ended up getting into the wall. great start for his Xfinity career so far.
Oh, Kenneth, I appreciate you giving me the lap updates last night. That was how crazy it was. You didn't even know what lap we were on. Like, unless if you just knew, like, you couldn't just find out what lap you were on.
Yellow Citric Cup, 4 or 5 rows back. It's going to be worth watching. Jim Burton in the 10 controls the restart. He hammers down. Trying to block the 44.
Brandon Brown.
Martin's down there in the bottom of turn 1. He's going to lift. Oh, goodness gracious.
Man, how'd he save that? Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, no. Oh, man. Damn, they having a big one. They having a big one over here. They were just like, you know what? It's going to be huge. And it was. Dude, he is fucked. Oh, haha, Syndic. Take that, you little fucking bitch. Yeah, bitch. Smoking that Syndic pack. Woo!
He talked about his Steve having cars on older tires, cars on newer tires. The guys on the older tires are, experiencing a little bit of a lack of grip on this restart, and the guys on new tires are really coming with a lot of pressure. We'll see a restart, a replay here, Burton.
You can see right here, everything's pretty orderly. 7 got on the outside.
Yeah, the 51 really loose.
Everyone.
Then the 2 comes up, makes contact with the 22, and might have crossed. And then from there, there's just cars spinning.
Who died? Bubba, Justin Haley, though he might be fine. Hemrick, Syndic. Is Brandon Brown involved in that? I know he kind of started it, but
I'm sorry, it's the 68. But when the 2
yeah, he was involved. Mike Snyder.
I had it the 51, but it was the 68 car, that light blue car with orange numbers. They were hard to make out. But it's all when the 2 comes up the racetrack.
Watch the 2 right here, though. Watch the 2. All right, he's on the bottom. Now he loses the bottom. He loses the bottom because he's loose. And now the 54 is underneath him, making him that much more loose. That's why he comes up the racetrack. He lost the back of the car and just started chasing it up the track.
Yeah, he didn't drive to the middle groove.
Right.
He chased it to the middle groove.
Initially, from that overhead, I thought he was clear, but he was in save mode.
Oh, this could be a great view right here. Listen in. Brandon Brown getting loose. Bubba checks up. Look to the left, the 2 car. All right, let's help us feel. I'm going to get turned back across the racetrack in front of the field.
I kind of thought somebody was going to go upside down there. I think all playoff races should be on NBC. I totally agree. I think all races should be on NBC, but I mean, I think that's a little too much to ask, I guess, but definitely all playoff races.
Oh, these guys spinning behind, just in the smoke, trying to get slowed down, get run over from behind. Not a lot of options. On board, Justin Haley.
You also got to keep in mind, though, that some of the, in the playoffs, a lot of the races end later. Like, they'll end around 7 or 8 p.m. a lot of times. And, football, you know? You can't have, like, the football, Sunday Night Football, competing with NASCAR, because they're going to lose that battle.
You see right here, the 54 is under the 2. No contact, just got the air off the back of the spoiler, and up the racetrack he went. He was just trying to save the race car. Parker.
And Jeff, Mike Snyder came on the radio and said he thought the 54 got into it, but obviously, as we see there, it may have been slight contact. But that's how powerful that aero loose can be. We talk about, restarting on the bottom, being on that bottom side. It's really tough when a car gets right to your rear bumper or on your right rear there. You can lose that air in the back. That's when you have to chase up the track, like we saw Maya do there.
Well, let's take another look at it. That 54 and the 2. I thought it was just aero loose. Maya thought he got touched. Either way, it definitely affected his car. And the 54 is right on his rear bumper, though, Jeff.
Yeah. So here let's see. Maya thought he got touched. 54 starts to close in. As he starts to get closer, the back of the 2 wiggled right there. The 2.
Like, brother, well, thank you, man.
Can't tell if he touched him or not, but clearly
I appreciate you.
He was having trouble with the back of the car because there was no air on the car initially.
Let's listen to Maya, see what he says.
Oh yeah, I don't know what, but I think the 54 pushed me up at the 68, or something pushed me up at the 68 because I got way the hell sideways when I shouldn't have. Like something happened there that shouldn't have happened.
Well, he either physically made contact or the air alone, regardless.
Yeah, it's a pretty good race.
He gets sideways up the track, just like you said, Jeff. It wasn't a question of if he was clear or not. He needed all the racetrack.
This reminded me a lot of last night's race.
Wasn't any contact.
We have the fourth caution. We're only in the first few laps of stage 2.
You could just lean on that car, you know, put your hands on it, push it, and it would move it around.
Most impressive is 4 cars.
On my Alexa, do you got autocorrected to Snoopy?
A lot of those guys in the back to avoid each other, and cars are spinning.
On top of that, some really good cars, 7 cars involved.
Maybe proofread your message before you send it. Bubba's out. That fucking sucks, dude.
Some of the potential winners out of this race.
I wanted to see him win.
Is open for somebody who can jump in and take it.
Oh boys, this is gonna be a
You're drinking baby milk?
long
The
day.
fuck?
The nose cut off. I see some
Making laps here.
You're not gonna make many laps. There is some fluid coming out of the back of that car.
So Steve, this is where stage racing really has changed the game. I know we've been doing it for a long time, but he won the first stage. He got 10 points and won that stage and got playoff points. One playoff point by doing that. He's not going to have a good rest of the day, but the work he did early, I mean, he's going to be done right now. But the work he did early,
I just thought of an interesting video idea. Every champion's worst race of that season. So like, cause Syndic, I mean, let's be honest, painfully fucking honest. Syndic's gonna win the championship this year. It's gonna happen. And you know, I think it'd be interesting to recap every champion's like worst race of that season, because this obviously would be it for Syndic.
Could he just have been trying to make 1 lap or 2 laps to try to beat?
Because obviously in every championship year, you're going to have a shit race.
This is something I wish NASCAR would look at, because just the
You're never going to be perfect all the time.
Because now we're going to have to clean up this oil all.
You're not going to be here for Richmond? Why not?
Work out the back.
Oh, because you're going to Richmond?
And we had the situation in Indy last week.
Well, that's my point. Listen, I'm not calling him out. Dale, you and I have done it, right? I need a point. Go out there and do this. But now the fans at home are going to have to be waiting. I don't know if that's oil or water, but it's a ton of liquid. And I would guess it's oil, because water doesn't normally smoke. You know, it steams right off. That color smoke right there looks to be oil to me.
First time you sponsored a car?
And NASCAR now is relaying to the spotter to Dillon 22.
4,400 RPM. I have 35 on oil pressure.
Syndic's having a penalty now. Or, not a penalty, but they're just telling him to go to pit road.
55 oil temperature.
These guys are going to have to figure this out. The 22 car continues to circle around the racetrack. After this big crash.
Yeah, that was a big hit by Hamrick.
Michigan after this.
Justin Fields gets helmet knocked off after a huge hit.
Riders, wanderers of the road of life. The journey is why they ride. When the road is all you need, there is no destination. Well, I have a destination is one time, but you can have all this shit. But most of the time, your destination is no matter why you ride, Progressive has you covered with protection starting at $79 a year.
Check out internet that's one step ahead.
Ooh. Man, that's bad.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's bad.
Sponsor got autocorrected to spooled. Yeah, maybe you should just proofread your messages before you send them out.
Xfinity X5. It's so powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Barca's still injured.
This
is the BMW Championship. It's the last chance.
I don't know who that is.
As a FedEx.
Be some Barcelona player, obviously. Oh, never mind. I spoilers. You sponsor Brandon at Las Vegas, but it was on the West Coast and I'm on the East Coast. Wait, so are you going to the Richmond race or what? Because I imagine that's not too far from where you are if you say you're in Virginia. I mean, Virginia's a big state, but people actually don't know that. Virginia is a pretty big, like, it doesn't look like it, but it is. I remember one time I was driving I wasn't driving, but like I was in the car for 3 hours just driving across Virginia.
Electricity is a commodity that you tend to forget. But there isn't a single activity you should stop because of power outages. At Jackery, we are here to make sure you can keep doing what you need to and get the job done. With the Explorer 1500, you can power even the most demanding appliances. And the E240 will power your mobile devices until power is restored. Jackery, prepare for the unprepared.
Coming up following our Xfinity Series race coverage on NBCSN.
I think we're going back green this. Nope. Fuck.
The quarterfinal matchup between the Whip Snakes and the Redwoods. Tonight's winner advances to face the top-seeded Water Dogs in the semifinals. There's the Ruoff Mortgage Victory Lane with a lot of the...
I've always loved how Victory Lane at Michigan is on the track, or like on the grass. I've always loved that. All right, Syndic, what are you doing?
The team is saying that they bypassed the oil cooler, and the smoke that we're seeing is what leaked out while they were working on the lines, and they feel this is going to burn off. So take them for their word. If that's the case, maybe they just feel this is some residual oil. It looked to me like there was a lot of fluid leaking out, but maybe it was just blowing off the rest of the area. All right, Brad, you asked. Should they take it? The car owner wanted them to take it easy on the restart. These guys didn't listen, and now there's 7 cars wrecked. What did I just get through saying? You two guys got 2 race car drivers up there and a big-time crew chief. You guys just want to go, 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 go. You see what happens. But it is interesting, though. Every time I talk to Cup drivers and they get to these Xfinity cars, they talk about the lack of downforce. And I think we saw a great example right there with Myatt Snyder. That race car was so light when he got in the middle of all that.
This changes everything.
Said it best. You can put your hand on that race
kind
car
of.
And turn it around. So hopefully,
yeah, it does. You're right.
A little bit of something in that last mishap. The next one will be much calmer. I'll guarantee.
Oh, guarantee. Whoa, guarantee.
No, it's not going to be.
I mean, like you're buying dinner guarantee. Pretty good about this.
See, that's the thing about race car drivers is they'll, by the time we have the next restart, they've done forgotten about all this, and they're looking like, oh, I got a chance. You know, some of the favorites centric. Some of these guys that were favorites to win this race are out. Here's my shot. So the intensity is liable to ramp up.
They're all thinking that won't happen to me.
No.
Like, I won't do that. But they will.
22 continuing to circle around the racetrack. Austin Cindric smokes a little bit. I don't know how long Nascar is going to allow that car to circle around the racetrack smoking, but we're trying to figure out how to keep it on the track, guys.
Like many people with moderate to severe ulcerative colitis or Crohn's disease, I was there. Be right back. But my symptoms were keeping me from where I needed to be. So I talked to my doctor and learned Humira is the #1 prescribed biologic for people with UC or Crohn's disease. And Humira helps people achieve remission that can last. So you can experience few or no symptoms.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections. Serious and sometimes fatal infections, including tuberculosis and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Be there for you and them. Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Find your rhythm, your happy place. Find your breaking point. Then break it. Every emergency gives you a potent blend of nutrients, so you can emerge your best with Emergency.
At T-Mobile for Business, unconventional thinking means we see things differently, so you can focus on what matters most. Whether it's ensuring food arrives as fresh as when it departs, being first on the scene when every second counts, or teaching biology without a lab, we are the leader in 5G, #1 in customer satisfaction, and a partner who includes 5G in every plan. So you get it all, without trade-offs. Unconventional thinking. It's better for business.
Tums versus mozzarella stick.
When heartburn hits, fight back fast with Tums Chewy Bites. Fast heartburn relief in every bite. Crunchy outside, chewy inside. Tums Chewy Bites.
The race is on. The first 500 fans to visit NASCAR.com/kids500 and enter the code SPEED. You'll take home the NASCAR Kids Club Toyota Camry diecast car. Pretty cool. Somebody's gonna get that. Maybe that little man there. Dave, what you got on the 44?
Well, Tommy Joe Martins is in a good position right now. He's on the same strategy as Justin Allgaier and restart leader Jeff Burton pitting on lap 23. He'll get to the end of the stage. When I talked to Tommy Joe this morning, he's pretty confident about his opportunity here if he could get in the right spot. And he radioed his crew. He said, I think I've got the hang of this if I could just get someone to push me. We've seen it all day long. How if you get a car behind you, you can move your way forward. By getting that push, we'll see if someone attaches himself.
Barcelona don't have PK for 5 months and he's hurt again.
From Missouri, get to the front.
So like they already didn't have him for 5 months and then he got hurt. And now he's even gone longer. That sucks.
See that 44, they don't see, when they look at 44,
It's like last year. 2019, we didn't have Chris Sale for the final 2 months of the season. And then he got Tommy John, so we lost him for all of last year and most of this year.
The gas man, he's setting the gas can down. He's already performed his service of fueling the car. So when he's spin it forward, that's all he's allowed to do. He's not allowed to do anything else. So as we spin it real time, he's going to put the gas can down. He's going to come over to the back of the car and help the team check on some repairs.
Brandon Brown's going to the garage. Or he went to the garage. It's a replay.
Something other than fuel the car, that's it. That's a 2-lap penalty. Part of these new
Bubba's not out of the race. Kenneth was saying that he was, but he's still, he's in 31st, but he's still on the lead lap, so. Syndic's going to the garage. He's done for the day. Good.
22 car, just they're going back to the garage. I'm sure they're out of DVP. They've been on pit road for quite a while, so their clock, I'm sure, has expired.
Fields coming to the restart zone. We'll see if anybody's going to.
All right, back green. That was a 10-lap caution period. A little too long, if you ask me.
Nope, they're going to the inside, sir. Sorry, Martins. It's just so hard for those guys to commit. They don't see Martins up there too often, and you see him fading back to the middle of the pack.
Justin Allgaier is going to drive to the middle, 3 wide here. Looks like he might be clear to his right. Oh, he's trying to.
When he goes up to clear, though, he allows that 23 to side draft.
61 came back out. 22 could be black flagged. Well, the 22 is done for the day. The damaged vehicle policy, he ran out of the clock. He ran out of the repair time, so he's done.
I almost tense up when I see somebody drive to the outside of another car because I know that inside car instantly loses all that side force.
A lot of run coming from behind Noah Gregson right here. Noah got held up behind the 23 of Reddick. Brandon Jones and Harrison Burton caught him at a high rate of speed. Now Brandon Jones going to try that top lane in that resin. Noah's going to try to get on the outside of Reddick. Harrison trying to go underneath both of them.
Noah should have the momentum up top. We'll see if Harrison can clear. Whoa, so now Harrison's got to be on the defense down here. Can he get in line? He does. Wisely gets in line. He doesn't want to enter turn 1 on the bottom.
Nope, you can see those guys get runs on each other, but they're hesitant to go to the bottom of the racetrack because they know there's no grip there. The cars are looser. Hard to complete the passes.
And that's a little error, but like you guys say, it's a little bit flatter down there. Don't you think as drivers that bottom lane just doesn't have quite the banking?
Yeah, when they repaved this racetrack, they scanned it. They did recognize the banking is progressive from the bottom to the top.
It was progressive before progressive was cool.
Yeah, it was.
Oh man.
That was close right there. Moffitt right underneath Jeremy Clemens.
Could get the speed It cost the 51 in the run from the 98 Herbst. He's going to easily clear Josh Berry to the outside of the 51 now.
And Berry recovered from that penalty earlier. So to a Moffitt, a couple truck wins here. So this is a track I think he has some confidence on. You know, he wants to go out there and show what this Our Motorsports team can do.
There's Tommy Joe Martin's closing in on the back of that 51.
Why when I leave window comes, huh?
Well, Brandon Brown was involved in that wreck off of turn 2. And Brandon, I'm just curious from your point of view, what did you see happen there, the two coming up the racetrack?
Yeah, I hate doing the interviews here. We gotta stop making a habit of this. No, just tried pushing the 44 on that restart, trying to get us both clear, slid up the track. Kind of got loose when the 7 got to the outside of us and put us off at the very top lane up in the PJ1 and gathered it up, had the car pointed the right direction, so was looking to start climbing forward, and then all of a sudden it was like boom, like somebody's right there, and you're in the wall, you're sideways, you're backwards, people are hitting you. It's just terrible.
To-do list?
So,
What?
Springville Motorsports brought a really great Baby Doge 68 Chevy, and I just hate that we ended this way 2 weeks in a row. So, man, we got to finish one of these things. I gotta stop making a habit of doing the interviews here and do them out there.
Hey guys, you can tell the disappointment. This team is right on the playoff bubble, and now 76 points back, as we see.
The great battle up here at the front of the lead here. Jeff Burton, teammate AJ Allmendinger. Justin Allgaier in the 7 car back here in 3rd. AJ has the faster car, but again, hesitant to go to the inside. Back here, a battle between Harrison Burton and Noah Gregson for 5th place.
Harrison's going to try to enter on the bottom, see if he can clear the 9. Now the 9 goes back by.
I was trying to do text-to-speech and say, I'm doing text-to-speech, let's see if it works. And I can do it as to-do, okay.
And Ty Gibbs is thinking, all right, who am I following?
Yeah.
So again,
All right.
AJ on the outside in the preferred line. Justin just has to lift and get that up, and look at it. Ty Gibbs goes right around the outside of the 7 car. Justin just cannot.
Your device is very weird.
The racetrack.
Such a difficult pass. Your car may be faster, but you can't clear the guy. Here's Harrison and Noah still going at it. Harrison was able to clear Noah that time. Going to go up in the middle lane and just take it away.
Like, slide up. Yeah. Take the spot. Clean up a little bit from that accident. Baccarella, we saw an accident earlier. He was unable to make minimum speed. He's retired. And the 2 of Myatt Snyder's save issue was they were unable to make minimum speed. So because of the damaged vehicle policy, he'll be out of the race as well. See right here, Jeff Burton on a little bit older tires on the left-hand side. Allmendinger, Gibbs, Allgaier also on older tires.
To-do list. I don't know what this to-do list thing means.
Holding off the 16, Dave.
And looking good. When I talked to Jeb on the grid today, he said, I just feel good about this place. 1 Truck Series pole, a couple of top 10s, and his only Xfinity Series start, a top 10 here as well. He's trying to keep it out front, as you mentioned, on those older tires. Right behind him, AJ.
Play some other speedway.
Just a little bit tight when he gets up.
Okay.
But looks like he may be able to, before the end of this stage, draft his way by to the lead.
AJ closes in on his teammate, trying to get close enough to upset the back bumper of that 10 car, getting a little bit loose enough the racetrack and out of the throttle. Not able to do it.
He got close enough to him that he made himself loose. Took air off the whole car, and he was sliding around. Jeb's car looked really stable in that situation. To Jeb this week, he spent some time this week with the Nutrient guys, had a great time.
It'd be fun if Xfinity and trucks had fantasy, like the Cup Series does.
Turn 4. Ty Gibbs is going to think 3 wide right here.
Where's Ty going to go?
AJ's to the lead.
Jeff blocks that move. AJ clears into the lead.
I tried to say Bristol Motor Speedway, but it came out weird. Play some other speedway.
Now Ty underneath Jeff Burton.
How expensive was this tablet? I'm very curious.
No, the 7's going to push the 10 past. I believe if the 7 would be on the rear bumper of the 54, he would have gone forward.
Ty just drives way deep in the corner. Just takes the groove away from Jeb. And there's, you see the 7 trying to turn underneath Jeb now. Here comes Harrison. Jeb's like, help me, your family. Come on, man.
That's what Harrison's going to do. He's going to push Jeb. Jeb right in the tire tracks in the draft in that 54 car. They're all going to go by Justin here on the outside.
Allgaier just nothing.
You're going to try to say Michigan in. Yeah, see, even you can't even say it when you're saying it. Michigan in International Speedway.
Loose race car, that 7. He had a big moment about 3 laps ago. Very loose.
Oh,
There you have it.
that
Loose
worked.
in front of the bottom. That's a bad combination. 5 to go in the stage. This is where the veteran experience.
Bubba's back up to
You know,
19th.
don't wreck the thing, right? I know you want to be up there passing, but get it back to pit road, let Jason Burdett make adjustments.
What he's doing, he's sitting there watching. He's hoping that Harrison can get underneath Jeff and do to Harrison exactly what he did to him. Get on the outside and push Chad back by. Harrison couldn't make the move to the bottom. Well, Allgaier, he's smart. He's sitting there watching for somebody to make a mistake. He can take advantage of it.
Man, that thing is loose in the middle of the corner, though. He does not want him on their quarter panel. He runs high enough that you might get next to me, but it's going to be the left side. I cannot have you on my right side.
You see this group behind is starting to run, still back down. You see Noah and Brandon Jones. Jeff's car just isn't doing.
Now you're gonna try to say NASCAR is my blood type?
Everybody up just a little bit.
Right, this is going to cause these two in front. So now the 7 of Allgaier is going to come with a big run. We'll see if he'll get to him to be able to make a move, or will he try to continue to push the top and try to cycle by Harrison Burton here on the corner. I think that's what they're going to do. This is the story, right? If the 10 can stall the 12, a great move by the 20 to clear the 10.
Yeah, the 10 checked up a little bit there. Look at the 9 get loose there. Braxton sideways. He's going to drift back. Jones is going to get around. Braxton's going to side draft on that right rear quarter panel to 19. Now they drive away from those two cars. They run side by side down the back straightaway.
It's literally like hooking an anchor on the guy you're racing. You're reaching out.
Car is my blood type. It came out weird.
Noah fighting on the outside to hold this position if he can. Easily clearing the 19 car there and going down into turn 1.
And Brandon in that 19 car is frustrated. He's like, I'm faster, but I just can't quite clear you. Almost had him clear, but this is a great job.
I hate window fan. You're weird.
10 and the 7 continue their battle. Allgaier, I think, a little hesitant to drive to the inside of the 10. You know, that loose condition that Dave reported, but it changes direction really well right here in the middle of the corner.
Oh, when they're loose.
All right, final lap of stage 2.
Turn well, get the front of the nose pointed where you want it, but then when you go to the throttle, the ends around, it just doesn't give you the stability you need to be aggressive with the car.
AJ Allmendinger continues to lead Ty Gibbs on this final lap of stage 2. As we watch this battle right here, AJ with a comfortable 1 second lead. Here he is on top of the screen. The battle continues on the bottom of the screen between Jeff Burton and Justin Allgaier down into turn 3. Justin dives down into the corner. Can he get alongside Jeff? Maybe side draft him and beat him to the finish line. No side draft. Just going to try to drag race to the finish.
All right, so AJ wins stage 2.
A stage win of 2021 for AJ Allmendinger. He only had 4 career stage wins entering the season, so
Caution's out.
just a wild day so far. Big wreck on the back straightaway. Takes out a lot of the contenders, but AJ Allmendinger, he sees opportunity to go to victory lane today and win stage 2.
Check that out. Internet that's one step ahead.
My internet changed my ride.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Samuel Remix 15.
Mine's faster than Harvick.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up.
Yep, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
At PNC Bank, we believe in the power of the watch out. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the financial watch out that gives you the options and extra time needed to help you avoid an overdraft fee. It's one way we're making a difference. Low Cash Mode on Virtual Wallet from PNC Bank.
Hey, King Midas, people should know we can service their whole car.
Yes.
Tires, brakes, oil, everything. Everything. We must tell the people.
Right now at Midas, buy 3 Cooper tires and get 1 free. Find your tires now at Midas.com.
You tried to say my name. Oh, Samuel Wilson 615. That makes sense.
Oh, hey, Pat.
Toyota, let's go places.
How much was this tablet that you bought?
A place where everyone lives life well protected. And even when things go a bit wrong, we got your back. Here, things work the way you wish they would, and better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
I am the regular season coming to a close, and what happened left eyes wide open, with displays of dominance, long shot surprises, and tracks that turned veterans into rookies. I am still not done. In fact, I'm saving the best for last, and a playoff spot for anyone that wants it bad enough. I am Nascar.
The NFL season kicks off Thursday, September the 9th on NBC and Peacock with the Cowboys facing Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Then, the premiere of Sunday Night Football, Bears and Rams.
Can you show Chase Elliott, Elson Dillon? You know,
teams getting ready to
how much was this device?
hit the cars at the end of stage 2 here. We'll have a final run in stage 3 to the checker. They'll need another pit stop at some point during that. You have to imagine everybody's strategy is pretty straightforward from this point on, Steve.
Yeah, it really just comes down to yellows. You know you have to pit one more time for fuel. You'll have a set of tires.
So we're at halfway now.
The stress starts to come in if we have a bunch of yellows. You know, when do you come? What's too early? What's too late? We do think, wow, Jeff Burton did a nice job, Jeff, on old tires. You know, I don't think you want to be on 20 or 30 lap old tires. So you can't completely kind of botch the strategy. I mean, you can. I have. But they don't want
350?
You can.
Paid 350 for something I can't even type correctly?
Talk about them every week. Now, they're true athletes. They are. Now the pressure's on. They're like field goal kickers. I've always equated them to. They sit on the sideline, wait and wait. Now they got to perform.
And you normally only get showed when you mess it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Harrison Burton there's going to pit out of third place. Started the day too loose, but they really dialed in the car right there in that run. He just wants a small adjustment to make it a little bit more raceable. It's before Goodyear tires on the 20 car, Dave.
Stage winner A.J. Allmendinger says it's a little bit tight landing and exit, but the car, the back end of the car is so comforting. For Goodyear tires and Sunoco fuel, Marty.
Ty Gibbs told Chris Gale, he made the entry better, but I have to fix the center here. I'm way too tight. He said, I just can't turn in the middle of the corner, and I cannot get off the gas. They told him to get pointed out better, and he didn't do that. He gets blocked in.
More random words. Echo, tell me Davey Allison made Fireball roller Richard Petty.
See right here, you know, it happens. But it all starts, you see the angle of the 54 pointing actually left. I mean, he just was in a not in a good position. The 92 of Williams was running.
Oh, you said I hate wind vow. That's mean. That's mean. Wind vow is awesome. Why do you hate wind vow?
Just not pointed in the right direction. He needed to get in there, stop early like he did, but get the car turned to the right. Sit there, turn it right so he can launch and leave.
Tyler's had some issues trying to get off pit road all day today, and it's cost him several pit stops. He's been able to drive that car back up into the top 2. They have to start stage 3 at a disadvantage. Big news earlier today during our countdown the Green show. Jesse Fuji and Emmett Smith, yes, Hall of Famer, Emmett Smith are going to team up for a full-time ride next year. Brad Doherty, give us your words and thoughts on that.
Yeah, this is big news. What a great opportunity for Jesse Awuji.
That's pretty cool.
Jesse, who works with us at NBC, and obviously the legendary running back Emmett Smith, forming up to run the Xfinity Series next year full time. It's a great, like I said, great opportunity for Jesse as well as Emmett. He's going to bring some of his business acumen into the sport, and it's good for us all, guys. This sport continues to evolve, become more inclusive. It's just better for everyone. I'm excited to see it, and looking forward to watching those guys. And maybe I can get between Emmett and Michael Jordan, and we can have a little bit of a, I don't know, we couldn't have a basketball.
Well, I was speaking
anyway, we have a good time.
Amther. Oh my god. I'm not even reading that. I'm going to have a fucking stroke.
It's just great. Our sport continues to evolve. And I'm very, very proud. We all have a responsibility to maintain and continue to grow the sport.
I'm going pee real quick.
I've become very friends with Jesse over the years. 34 years old, there you see, from Texas. And I did some charitable work in Charlotte years ago. Super, super nice guy. Thrilled to have him become part of our sport.
It's great that we have so many different people looking to come in this sport today as car owners, right? We always have people wanting to come in as crew members, as drivers. The line's long for those guys, but people wanting to come in and make the commitment. You're a car owner, you know how difficult it is. So to have people coming into this sport, wanting to be car owners, means a great deal. We have to have it. And what's really going to be fun is we give a football to Emmett Smith and tell Brad Doherty he's got to stop him.
I want to watch. When he said we're going to have a pickup game, I was trying to figure out what sport it was going to be down there to see who's going to take what draft pick.
I'm excited about this for Jesse because he gets to run full time next year, but I know going beyond that, 5-10 years down the road, how he develops his team to create opportunities for other people. That's the great thing for me as an owner is how I'm able to give drivers, crew chiefs, engineers, mechanics all the opportunity to get into the sport, get better at their craft and whatever their expertise is, and move on into the Cup Series. I call it graduating. I love it when somebody gets a call from a Cup team and they want to hire one of our guys. Whether they're working on the race car, whether they're up in the office, whether they're logistics, it doesn't matter. And I think that, Jesse's really going to enjoy that part of it as well.
Yeah, you watch the 22 and the 18 being loaded up. I think, we talk about ownership. The other thing I think the fans need to realize, we talked a lot about ownership this year. That's all been in the Cup Series, right? We have Collins moving up. We have new owners in the Cup Series. I want to talk about charters. This is for the Xfinity Series, which is great for this series, right? It's like it's like a breath of fresh air to a series that I think was kind of wondering, hey, there's a new car at Cup. There's all these new Cup owners. What about us? Dale, your commitment is, seen on the racetrack with 4 race cars. So another big sports star. I think the difference, right? This isn't a businessman. This is a football Hall of Famer. And he's pretty suave, man. On the TV today, man, got that great beard. He looks 40, not 50 years old. So whatever the pickup game is, I'm not tackling.
It's all Ty gives having trouble on pit road.
I'm gonna say a lot of random stuff, so be ready. Okay.
Let's hear what Josh had to say.
He picked the spot behind me. I could have told him that wasn't a good idea. I don't know why he couldn't figure that out. He has all the room in the world to stop short. He has the opening in. You hit it right on the spot. Do what you're doing, bud.
That's basically what they're saying is, listen, we feel for him, but he picked that pit stall. And he could have stopped and turned out, just like you said, Jeff. They feel that Ty had the opportunity to help his own cause.
AJ Allmendinger bring him down to the Geico restart zone. Jeff Burton on the
back
inside.
green.
Harrison Burton back there in 4th.
A little stack up there.
Jeff's going to get a little help here and stay.
Jeb and AJ. Oh boy. Yeah, there we go.
Jeff having to lift off the gas. Look at the 7 on the outside of Harrison Burton. Justin Allgaier. Oh, they're doing it 3 wide. I don't think Jeff knew. Oh, a little more contact between him and Harrison. Down the back straightaway.
Random stuff, so be ready. Same 7. I'm not even doing that because I'm already saying random translate this. Oh my god.
Josh Berry in that one car says, man, I'm here. He gets the 10 slides up in front of him. Ty Gibbs trying to make it work in the middle. He'll have a slot right here in front of Herbst. And I think Ty's thinking about going forward, not protecting. He's now to the inside of the 9 car. Herbst with the big boy onboard camera. This is going to be a great view. So what do you do in this run? He stays up top, pushes the 9. The 54 of Ty goes to the left. He sinks 3 wide. Gregson now.
Oh, man. You hear the tires squealing.
He almost rode on board for a wreck. I hear it.
I started screaming because as a driver, you hear that, get ready to brace. There's something. There's going to be some contact.
Oh, man. If we could ride on board again, you guys got to listen in. We could hear the tires squealing on that 98. It was unreal. Back in line. And at this point, is he catching his breath? Saying, whoo.
He better be. He's probably on the radio. I am too loose. Tighten this thing up. We saw him on
on pit road earlier in the race, making some adjustments, trying to get the car to drive the way he wanted it to.
While we were watching that, Josh Berry goes by the 10th and 4th position. Pretty comfortable lead overall, Gar, about a half a second.
Brandon Jones trying to close in on Jeff Burton. Drives down right to the back bumper.
Jeff getting a little bit loose up the racetrack. Can't get to the throttle. Can't commit the 19 to the inside.
I think Brandon Jones has a really fast race car today. I've seen him when he's in clear traffic. He makes really good lap time. He's able to clear Jeff right now. See if he can run this group down in front of him.
Got a big clean air as he gets in front of the 10-car Jeff Burton now. In 5th place, Brandon Jones trying to track down Josh Berry for 4th. Here's 2nd and 3rd, Justin Allgaier.
There's Josh Berry.
There's a whole top 4 on your screen. Yeah, Josh has done a great job. I was watching him when the race started, and man, was he being careful. Sitting around 20th, 22nd position.
Sam Mayer's back on track.
Was way off pace for
25 laps down,
lap
but
time, even in clean air, but it tells you.
I won halfway through the stream the whole time. I was halfway through the stream the whole time.
We see it all these new road courses we're going to. Drivers getting better and better as the race goes on with the minimal amount of practice that we get. Harrison Burton fighting.
What do you mean?
He like getting moving around. Yeah.
Got a vibration, might be right front.
Oh, vibration and then smoke in the cockpit. A double whammy. I think that was on board with the 20. Dave.
Yeah, as the one of Josh Berry moves by, he said under the last caution, I feel like we're pretty fast. And so he was told, go for it. Mike Bumgarner, his crew chief, told me earlier today that we want to win this race with Josh Berry. Yes, that helps us in the owner points, but we still think when Michael Annett comes back next week at Daytona, we may be like 40 points below the cut line. We've got 4 more races to make that up. We think we can do it. They still think they can get in the playoffs with a 1 car and have Josh Berry have a great day here at Michigan.
And they can think that because
20 is spitting right here.
Yeah, we just heard right from
Harrison Burton has an issue.
He comes to pit road 52 laps to go. I think it's just outside their fuel window, which is unfortunate. The right front looks loose to me. Riding down pit road, I know it seems crazy, but Parker, it looks to me like the right front's shaking.
It is. That's the vibration that Harrison Burton's doing. That car, they're just going to do right.
I can't wait till the 2022 schedule is released.
It was up to him to come, and he came on the radio.
I hope they had Gateway.
This time, you see them do those right sides. Hopefully those are tighter.
So frustrating to have a right side loose. I can understand the left side because the jack gets dropped too early, but the right side, those should be tight.
Let's see if they can rebound and get themselves back into the race. You're not going to miss anything. We're going NASCAR nonstop.
Jason, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance? And
Maybe a caution will come out.
So what are you waiting for?
Probably. I mean, there's no way we're done with cautions for this race.
Wow.
Here you go.
Thank you, Michaela.
Dude, get it. I'm not getting it. You get it. You threw it. It's your frisbee.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
I need to try it first.
We took the truck that helped build this country and made it so it can power our homes. We took the vehicles businesses use to keep the lights on and made them run on the same thing.
Do you know why I like Red Zone for football? I don't know why you like it, because I don't. I hate it. I think it's dumb. You know why? Because I bought it thinking that it was like the same thing as MLB TV, meaning that I could just watch all the games. So I spent money on that, and it wasn't even what I thought it was. It just shows you like every live touchdown.
Low cash mode on virtual wallet.
Kind of lame.
One way, we're making a difference.
Introducing Domino's new 2-minute guarantee. Order Domino's car-side delivery. Check in when you arrive, and we'll be headed out the door less than 2 minutes after it's ready, or your next pizza is free. Nothing will stop us from getting out the door fast. Rain, snow, wind.
Justin Allgaier is battling for the lead here with AJ Allmendinger.
Carry out 3-topping pizzas for $7.99 and put our 2-minute guarantee to the test.
I am a driver with a dream.
Because the NFL do send to take it down. What? You gotta use proper words. Well, I mean, they're proper words, but you gotta, like, use proper sentence structure here.
But I am not to be taken lightly.
Oh, and now they're really going at it. Yeah, they are.
Because if you let your guard down, I will rise above. I am the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I am NASCAR.
Are you ready to win $25,000? Well, the free-to-play Jackpot Races app is here to make that happen with expert analysis and live in-race tracking of your picture racing experience. Hit the jackpot. Go to your Apple Store or Google Play and download the Jackpot Races app today. You're watching the New Holland 250, and the battle for the lead was really, really tight. Justin Allgaier trying to take it away, lost a little bit of grip, got loose. The one car of Josh Berry, we saw him trying to drive up there and take the second spot away. He also had trouble completing the pass at the bottom of the racetrack. I've never seen this racetrack be this low on grip. It looks like it's lost a lot of grip from over the last couple of years. These guys really fighting hard to try to complete passes.
And as the camera moves around, you're going to see the 20 of Harrison Burton out in the distance, 25 car lengths or so in front of the leader. 2 tires on that vibration. So he's the last car in the lead lap, hoping he gets a timely yellow. You mentioned the grip. I love it. Low grip Michigan is I mean, the track that I fell in love with. It's a great combination of horsepower, you know, drag, downforce, and handling. And I think the driver determining about where he runs in the corner can affect all.
AJ, it looked like AJ was losing speed, losing pace. Allgaier much quicker. Then Allgaier gets loose, and now AJ enjoying a comfortable lead again. Wondering about the bounce of that car and how it's changing.
And the fastest car on the racetrack. And before that, he was like the fourth.
I can type, but Alexa keeps autocorrecting, so it's annoying. Just like I said, just proofread your messages before you send them.
Learning his these high-speed tracks to how to pass this 7. Like, how do you go about it? How do you set
Who
up
proofreads a
We're at
message?
a half mile or 1 mile. There's no doubt this man has all the experience of a short track. But this is part of this learning curve at these high-speed tracks.
Well, I'm sure there's some answers down in the pits. Let's get some updates. Start with Dave.
Hey, Junior, so the answer may be in that Josh Berry doesn't have any issues right now. This car, the leader, AJ Allmendinger, feels like both of his right sides may have a loose lug nut, vibration going on there. Doesn't know if it's a wheel weight or exactly what. So he's concerned about that. Behind him in second place, the 7 car driven by Justin Allgaier. He started the run, hitting the splitter on the left side, and now he's got something on the grill, he believes, because the temperatures are going way too far north. Again, third place car, Josh Berry, he's just cruising. First time at Michigan, got a fast race car. He may be in the right place at the right time, Marty.
Dave, let's give you a Toyota driver update on the 2 Joe Gibbs Racing drivers who round out the top 5. Brandon Jones has been pretty quick here in the second half of this run. He told his crew a moment ago the adjustment you made for security last time really helped. We finally got the race car a little bit tight. And for this race team, they just need a good finish in that 19. Meanwhile, his young teammate, Ty Gibbs, he too screaming race car very tight. Ty Gibbs' first ever race at Michigan was yesterday in the ARCA race. He had never run around this racetrack, and he won. Gotten a lot of experience. If they could get pit road cleaned up, Ty Gibbs might be the car to beat this afternoon, Junior.
One car having a great run today. We talked about him earlier. Tommy Joe Martin at 44 in 10th place. Only one top 10 finish in over 100 starts. But today, he's got great pace.
It autocorrects on purpose, so it's so annoying. It's not like phones. Can you just press the X on when it like tries to autocorrect? You know what I mean? Like you type the word, it suggests the autocorrect, and then you press X, and then it doesn't happen. Or like you just retype the word or some shit.
As planned at the end of this year, and finding drivers who can help fund this program. I have loved being in this. But, you know, I'm 34 years old. I've had my chance. And now I'm looking to the future, maybe just becoming a car owner. But runs like this today, that's going to make Tommy Joe motivated to stay back behind the wheel.
It's also going to get some people motivated to get behind the wheel of that car. You may have no trouble finding people interested in driving a more competitive race car. Battle for the lead, heating up to 7 to Justin Allgaier. Close back in on the leader of AJ Allmendinger, trying to put pressure on that 16 car.
Allmendinger, you can see back of that car moving around when Justin Allgaier got close to him. Allgaier saw that too. So now you know the weakness. You got to get right to the rear of that car, try to upset the back of it.
He could get Russ to the corner to the exit. He needs to be right on the back bumper of this 16 in the middle of the corner to really get AJ up out of the racetrack and off the gas. He gets these runs through the corner and then pushes AJ away down the straightaway.
Dude, I'm much more enjoying the Xfinity series without leeches. I really am.
Daytona, that has a bit of an effect here. Now traffic is going to have an effect as well. You just catch the wrong car right here, you're going to see it. The 7's going to get a run on the 16.
I mean, I guess Bubba's a leech in this race, but not really. You know? It's not that bad. I mean, I don't mind leeches every once in a while. You know, come down, do an Xfinity race, but.
Josh Berry subbing for Michael and that one car. So close. Look at what run Allgaier's got right here.
Yeah, he got pushed off the nose of the one car. That beach ball effect giving him the run down the straightaway, but he doesn't want to go to that inside on quarter entry. It's just not going to work. He's not going to have the grip down there to make the pass work.
Listen, you mentioned Michael Annette. Michael, if you're watching, we want you to think everybody here is thinking about you. We want to get you back in this one car, get you healed up. We hate not seeing you in there. So get healed up, come back. You're still dealing with some of the injuries from that, or some of the issues from that leg injury. As the 7 gets a run right there on the 16, is this going to be enough? And will the 1 come here to give his teammate a push?
Oh yeah, Justin's taking the lead. I don't know if he'll clear him
though.
Go to the top and try to get by his teammate. Look at the lap traffic in front. How is that going to impact this battle? Those guys in the middle of the racetrack. Josh Berry trying the third lane. And look at the
Oh, Josh Berry's actually going to do it. Yeah, he's going to take the lead right there. Wow. That was fucking awesome. Wow. That was quite the fucking pass right there. Damn, dude.
That looked like the first time he's been here.
What a move. Incredible racing. Battles for the lead. You won't miss a thing. Nascar nonstop.
Why is it the best wireless deals require a trade-in? Right now at T-Mobile, we're getting rid of the trade-in headache. Switch and get the epic iPhone 12 with 5G on us. Get it on Magenta Max with unlimited premium data. No trade-in required. No worrying about having a phone that qualifies. You can keep it or pass it down. It's that
What just happened? I was getting a drink. Josh Berry just made the best pass for the lead that you've ever seen in your entire life. Again, that was insane.
I need to try it first.
Hold on. I just B-A-N-A-N-A-X.
Can you do it slow?
B-A-N-A-N-A. Banana. Banana.
So,
Sonic banana pudding shake.
Allmendinger and Allgaier were racing for the lead, and then they got caught up in lap traffic, and then Josh Berry just drove around both of them and all the lap traffic and just took the lead. And he's got a big gap too now. Like, that was amazing.
We're having jumping for Joe. Now get new lower auto rates with Allstate. Because better protection costs a whole lot less. You're in good hands with Allstate. Click or call for a lower auto rate today.
It all builds up to this at Darlington Raceway.
If you're going to kick off the playoffs, why not do it big? Like 2 races for the price of 1 big. Like Southern 500 big. The only thing bigger than the action would be the experience of seeing it live.
Yeah, boy.
And that might just be too tough to take. Get your tickets now at darlingtonraceway.com.
Josh Berry continues to lead. Let's take a look at the Rudolph Mortgage Keys to Victory Lane, guys. Starts with the last pit stop. 34 laps to go. We know all these cars need fuel. When will they be called to pair
Oh, everyone still has to pit.
Tires get back on the racetrack cleanly. We've already seen restarts, how important they are. Imagine how aggressive they're going to get with just a few laps left in the race.
And then minimize mistakes. I have to ask myself, Josh Berry, I wonder how many green flag pit stops he's ever really done. I know that sounds silly.
RJ, do you think we see another caution today?
With this move, this is a Dale Jr. picturesque around the top. Like he's been studying some tape, Junior.
Well, you see all that traffic down there in the bottom groove, in the middle groove. He goes where the traffic is and where the clean air is and where the grip is. I think Cup guys are seeing this right now, thinking, man, that resin's got some potential. We're late in the run. A lot of laps on these tires, and that's going to get these guys to move up the racetrack. Let's listen to Josh.
How you doing, buddy? Yeah, that was pretty slick right there.
Kenneth thinks they will.
Proud of himself right there, taking the lead. He should be. That was a great move, Dave.
It was indeed, and it's one of the things that has caught the eye of all of the ownership at Junior Motorsports, including Kelly Earnhardt Miller and her husband L.W. Miller, who had a conversation with Josh after he won at Martinsville. He said, that is good. He said, now drive your stake into the ground in this series. Show people that that was not a fluke and that you belong here. And Josh told me that after that...
Is Josh Berry playoff eligible?
When the sponsors started getting more and more interested in a full run for next year, and he won't be in this one car, he'll be in the 8 car, but it all came together as a result of a part-time schedule and a big win at Martinsville. But what he's done...
Yeah, it's just part-time, so...
I'm going to tip my hat to Junior Motorsports, to you, Dale, to your sister Kelly, because, you know, this is what racing across North America needs, and that's the dream of these late model guys getting a chance, right? He did all he could do. He won the national championship. I mean, he put himself on the map. And then he's been given these opportunities, but man, he has made the most of them. And that's just good for everyone. It's good for racing, right? When you see somebody who's not 18, right? An older driver who has proven himself getting a shot.
And I think that, you know, begs the question of what happens to the other teams, you know, the other cars, the other drivers at Junior Motorsports, and that, you know, we've made it clear that we're eager and open to running a 5-car operation next year, so waiting on those chips to fall where they may. Watching Josh close in. There's Harrison Burton still trying to fight and keep himself on the lead lap after having to come to pit road with a loose wheel issue, doing a great job. Josh is going to have a little difficult time getting around that car.
He has done a nice job. I question Harrison. By my math, was probably 4 or 5 laps short on fuel, which is unfortunate. If he could have got lucky enough that he could have rode it to the fuel window, but he had to come. You can see the right front kind of moving around just on pit road. So we'll see if he can stretch it, or maybe he's just getting better mileage than we expect. We'll have to see.
Our buddy Parker Clearman, he likes to do his pit reporting, but he also loves to walk around these racetracks. Down in turn 1, what you doing, Parker?
Well, you know, when we come to Michigan International Speedway, there's one word that always comes up: speed. We saw even when they were looking on the onboards, almost over 196 miles per hour here, just getting close to 200 maybe in the draft. And so right here, where do they do that? Into turn 1, right here with the incidents. You get literally this close, and I'm telling you, this is actually scary. I've done this so many times, but every time you come here, these cars fly by you. You're not prepared for it. I've been in there.
Holy shit. Random words from my Alexa, yes sir. Oh, okay, I'll see what the hell take my beloved country music video to... What the fuck?
That's an old Squire.
A squirrel will be on the track? That sounds interesting.
That's a pro bid on a day we talked about Evan Smith.
Absolutely. Anytime you get Ken Squire on the broadcast, it's a better broadcast. Oh, Josh Berry has got to the rear bumper of the 20 right here. Now, Harrison has done a nice job, but this is going to be a tough battle. He's on 2 tires. You know, I know the right sides are fresher, but they're a little probably mismatched. Cars probably gotten a little tight on those 2 tires. Josh Berry has found some comfort and some confidence, perhaps more important than the comfort, of running that top. And what that does is right here. He's got to give him a big run down the backstretch. He's got to turn left, and Harrison's going to have to decide how hard he wants to fight.
I think other people need to pay attention to that top groove. It's working.
Oh, a little loose.
Oh, man.
I thought the leader was wrecked. He still might be wrecked.
Loose. So that's the inexperience.
WWE a few years later this evening with her in addition of it was on clean, and it will come in for all my mind to make to it makes the reason the headspace doesn't mean I don't. They're gonna have some. I agree.
Look how close he comes to getting in the fence off of turn 2, just sliding around the racetrack. And these are things.
Josh Berry is so fast right now. He is lapping everyone. Like just 5 laps ago, he around he lapped Justin Haley, who was in 22nd, And in those 5 laps, he's now lapped up to 17th. 16. No, 17.
Coaching about getting on pit road. That's the risk assessment I think that a driver like Josh has to learn.
That's crazy.
He survived that one. He survived that one. Well, we got pit stops coming up. Guys are going to have to come to pit road. You're not going to miss it. Going Nascar non-stop.
These green flag pit stops can play a huge role in the outcome of this.
Yeah? Well, mine's always got my back.
Okay, chill. Mine's faster than heart rate.
Okay, that's fast.
My internet's so fast, it keeps up.
Yeah, that's because you all have the same internet. Xfinity X5. So powerful, it keeps one-upping itself.
Can the internet do that?
At Toyota's national sales event, we don't just help you get the perfect vehicle. We're here to open new doors that lead to your road to greatness. Your journey starts at Toyota's national sales event.
Toyota, let's go places.
Well, Geico's 85 years isn't just about time, you know. It means experience. I mean, put it this way. If I told you I'd been jarring raspberry preserves for 85 years, what do you think? Well, at first, you'd be like, that has got to be some scrumptious jam. And then you'd think, he looks fantastic. I must know his skincare routine.
Geico, saving people money for 85 years.
Big buck.
I am the regular season coming to a close, and what happened left eyes wide open, with displays of dominance, long shot surprises, and tracks that turned veterans into rookies. I am still not done. In fact, I'm saving the best for last, and a playoff spot for anyone that wants it bad enough. I am Nascar.
David Brown, right near that 11-second barrier. I have one job. That's to be the fastest Paralympian in the world.
And my job is guiding him.
It's all about teamwork and reliability. Like teaming up with Xfinity for fast downloads and reliable.
Random funny words. On way you know them about to leave for all those that I could. But if them all out at a tsunami and that they have some people will see you tomorrow, then I think it would really... I wonder, are you actually trying to say something, or are you literally just saying random words into the text-to-speech? Like, are you actually, like, saying a real sentence? Or are you just saying a bunch of random, like, non-coherent words?
Coming up really soon for our leaders as we continue to run under green. So now the real question is, when you come to pit road, and now we're going to be inside 20 to go, do you risk taking just right sides? You can have about a second, maybe 7-8 second faster stop, give or take what you think you can change 4 on.
Here comes Gregson.
Right sides to try to gain some time on the racetrack, or do you take 4, giving yourself the best chance to have fast laps? First car, Noah Gregson in front of Parker.
Right, Steve, and a lot of this was because he was starting to feel vibration, constantly porting from other tires as he wasn't getting a little far away there. He was pretty loose at one point in this run. They're going to do Ford Goodyear tires and fill full Sunoco fuel for the 9-car first on pit road.
So I just, you know, we talked about inexperience. Josh Berry, he's impressed me with everything he's done today, but I'm just not sure how you prep for this one. Green flag pit stop at a track you've never been at. Jason Jarrett on the roof, a lot of experience as a spotter. Maybe he can talk through and say, hey, looking for this mark. This is where we stop in the, you know, the cup car. Maybe start giving an idea. I think the most important right now is don't lose the race. Don't make a mistake to get, even if you give up a second, make sure you don't speed. Make sure you don't do anything crazy.
Well, remember, he is subbing for Michael Andette, so he hasn't been preparing for this race for 3 or 4 weeks.
Right.
Right. So did he get that work in as far as knowing where to pit? Did he get advice? Did he try it in the simulator? Did he do all of those things? So that this isn't really the first time he's done it. In real life it will be, but what experience did he provide himself before he got here?
Well, and I'll go one further, that with the lack of practice, most of these Xfinity guys have done a lot. You talked about AJ Allmendinger and the number of starts.
everyone in the field, no one has come to pit road more than A.J. Allmendinger. So I think the advantage for green flag pit stops has to go to the driver of the 16, Martin.
Hey guys, we talked about Josh Berry. How many green flag stops has he done? Well, how about Ty Gibbs? He hits pit road, got on cleanly.
Gregson better not fuck this race up. Well, Gregson's not the one who's leading. You're just saying random words. I think it would have been funnier if you were actually trying to say real sentences, and then it was just like fucking it up. Like, I think mine, does my computer have text-to-speech? I think it does, yeah. I'm gonna just say a bunch of words, like actual coherent sentences, and I'm gonna type it in the... I think that everyone needs to smoke more weed. I feel like if we all smoked more weed, it'd be a better place. Oh, it didn't even say anything.
I love that. Always coaching him around. Jason Jarrett on the roof, that son of Hall of Famer.
I think we all need to just fuck. All right, whatever. My computer does have text-to-speech, but it's not working. Josh Berry.
Great work by the one getting on and off pit road. We're hearing the 54 is going to be hit with an uncontrolled tire. That'll be a penalty. Now we basically wait for the 7 of Justin Allgaier. And can he
all right, so
pit road more efficiently?
Ty Gibbs has a penalty.
We're going to see the 1 come up to speed here on the backstretch in front of the 7. Doesn't really matter. What's going to really matter is when does the 7 pit? And can hand out the window. So here you go.
What cars do Dale Jr. own? A bunch.
Right here, we'll see how he does on his entrance, how many tires he takes. And then
oh, you mean like... I thought you meant like in his personal collection of cars. No, he owns Justin Allgaier, Josh Berry, the 8 car. Well, the 7 car, the 8 car, the 1 car. Does he have another car?
I believe you did, Steven. Very smooth getting onto pit road there. He
the 9, yeah, that's right.
His veteran spotter, Hunt. And so as you see, no Goodyear tires there. The Sunoco fuel just as...
The 1 car is usually Michael Annette, but he's been out. Why is he even not racing? Why has Michael Annette not been racing? I feel like I didn't even hear about that. Didn't he have like surgery or some shit?
The question is, will the 7 have the pace on old tires to hold the 1 off? Big gamble by Jason Burdett. I love it. Why not? Right? We said earlier, you gotta win races. So there is Allgaier, and as we look at the top of the screen, you gotta see the 1 come into it. So the 7 will go by. There you go. There's the 1 of Berry. 15 to go. Better tires, buddy. Good luck.
Yeah, you have to wonder also, did they get enough fuel in that 7 car to finish the race? There's Jeff Burton to come to pit road. We got 36 cars sideways on pit road down here, trying to get his car refired.
So you see on the left, Burton and Herbst both on last on pit road at lap 63. We are going to expect they're going to have to pit again. So Allgaier and Berry are the 2 cars that we're looking at.
Fuel only here. Fuel running down here.
Oh, and there you go. There's the coaching. Fuel only, run them down. 14 to go. You have to run your teammate down if you want to win at Michigan. And it's about, what do we say, guys? About a 3-second lead.
Cap? Like Cap. Jeb Burton is out of gas. That actually might be a caution, because he might not be able to make it back around.
That's a long way to go.
That's a long track. Yeah, I don't think he's going to make it back, to be completely honest.
Be lucky to make it back.
If he doesn't fire back up, I don't know that he can make it back.
Well, no, he's really slow off turn 2, and this is not what the 7 wants to see, because this is going to put those fresh tires of Josh Berry right on his rear bumper.
Sometimes they will fire just a little bit to get it rolling.
I think he's still under power a little bit, like you said, just going slow.
Riley Herbst.
Nah, he's out. He's done.
To pit road as well. All right, so now it's basically between Allgaier and Barry. And if this 10 can make it back around, we'll have to see if the 10 has under slow speed, if he can fire up. Barry's already cut the lead down to 1.7 seconds. Unbelievable lap times out of the driver of the 1.
Nah, it's going to be a caution.
Than the 7.
Maybe. Actually, no, he might make it.
You're going to see the 7 at the top of your screen, about 20 car lengths behind the 1 of Annette. And the 10, to your point, though, sometimes you can just drive it around.
Sometimes it'll fire up just a little bit to get it rolling. Looking at it in person out of the booth, it looks like he's going way slower than it's up on the screen. NASCAR's going to give him every opportunity to get to pit road. Here's a net. I'm sorry. Here's Josh Berry right on the back of the 7 of Allgaier.
Working through this traffic.
I was kind of hoping to see a caution there.
Right here. Be smart right here. 3 wide. You got a much faster.
Has he made it to pit road yet? He's got a good race for the lead here.
Looks like Josh Berry learned.
Yeah, come on, Joshua.
And he's going to drive back.
Just you and him.
Wow, it's close. Allgaier's going to have no choice to try to side draft him. He knows he's Berry's so much faster.
I'm assuming Jeb Burton made it to pit road.
Jeb Burton still trying to get to pit road.
No.
Yeah, the car's still moving.
Almost to pit road. Oh, Berry loose again.
Caution's out.
Caution.
Yeah, he couldn't make it.
Okay, Steve.
All right. Well, oh boy.
What do you do if you're the 7 Allgaier?
Well, you have 4 fresh tires in the pits.
We just had a 55-lap green flag run right there, and now it's...
I just don't think they can stay out. I mean, I hate to say you give up track position. I would probably come put my 4 tires on right here. You're going to restart somewhere in the top 8. The place is too wide. When you go down into turn 1, what are you going to do? If somebody gets you a quarter panel, you're going to be 8. I'm turn 2.
I agree. You roll the dice.
I love the gamble.
It didn't work. So except it didn't work, try to beat them another way.
It's a great break for the 20 car, Harrison Burton running in 6th place. Wasn't going to be able to. Right, he was a few laps to have to come to pit road to get fuel to finish this race. He was a little bit short, having pitted for a loose wheel earlier, so he'll come to pit road.
I was just upset over that way you can get it so much fun. I have to be in front of my daddy gives us. Oh my god, dude, what are you talking about? I know you're just saying random words.
Jeff Burton, I mean, that's just it's just a huge error. There's no positive in running long. I don't understand what they were going for. Like, even if you're going to do gas only, come and take gas only. I mean, now they're at 31st and 3 laps down. I mean, this race is thrown away. I mean, if you just come and pit with everybody else, you at least still have a chance if you get a late yellow. Now you are the late yellow.
Guy we were talking about earlier in the race, Brandon Jones in the 19 car, he came down pit road and he put on 2 tires. That got him up to 3rd spot. So, depending on what Allgaier does right here, Brandon Jones on 2 tires picked up some spots. Gambled a little bit. Let's see if he can take advantage of that, Marty.
And an interesting move. They went with left side tires on the 19, and I believe 98 of Riley Herbst, they took right side tires. He has a vibration from that pit stop, so the 98 is going to come down pit road here. He's going to take on left side tires just to make sure he has 4 fresh ones. And here comes the 7, the move that we predicted, Dave, coming down pit road. We'll see if those 4 fresh Goodyears help him out, Dave.
And it's consistent with how they played the last move. They weren't going to win the race, so what did they do? Came down and didn't take tires. They just had the conversation on the radio. They weren't going to win the race this way. Justin said, I'm in trouble. Crew chief agreed. You're not going to be able to hold them off. Just bring it down. We'll put on the 4 fresh tires we have left. See what you can do.
It'd be pretty impressive to see this restart. Who can come out on top? Heart's beating out of my chest, guys.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built for tough, built to haul more, built to tow more, for the people who count on it. Because they know that brawn can get the job done. It takes brains and brawn to get it done right. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
This is the sound of change for from PNC Bank. It's the sound of 1,000 sighs of relief and of a company watching out for you. This is the sound of low cash mode from PNC Bank, giving you multiple options and at least 24 hours to help you avoid an overdraft.
The 07 will spin his tires at the restart. Brett Moffitt? Well, that's the 02. Who's the 07?
Low cash mode on virtual wallet from PNC Bank.
Oh, you just mean the 7, alright.
We're making a difference.
Catch season 2 of the Peacock.
I just don't think Allgaier's gonna win this race.
Jr. and Matthew Dillner continue their journey to uncover rich histories behind America's forgotten racetrack. Every episode from season 1 and the all-new season 2.
And I hope he doesn't. I don't like Justin Allgaier. Well, I don't dislike well, no, I do. I like Justin Allgaier as a person. I think he's a great guy. I think he really is. I just don't like him as a driver. I just don't. Why? I don't know. It's just a random hatred. Like, I have no reason to hate him. I just do. Well, hate's a strong word.
Josh Berry will have another few minutes to think about what he's going to do on this restart.
The 01S fresh tires. I love how you're saying 0 before all the numbers.
Great save. Then watch the 22. Drove it straight through the middle. Austin Cindric saying, hey, it didn't work early, but I'm going to make it work now. Right through the middle, 4 wide, into turn 1, took the lead. And then the big wreck. Contact down the back straightaway. Tons of cars got into it, took a lot of the contenders out. Kind of changed the face of this race. Now we got one with a win on the line. What will they do now?
We're going to go back green with 5 to go, I think.
Hammering on that inexperience, but Josh has never been in this position where he's controlling a restart at a 2-mile racetrack on used tires with late race restart. I mean, this is what you know, this position you want to be in. This is what he's dreamed of all his life. Let's listen in.
When you get ready to go on this thing, just focus on your marks here. You've been the guy here this last half of the race, so just you hit your marks, you'll drive away.
I'm really glad they let me out of work early so I could watch the whole race. Like I said, I just wish they let me out an hour later than they did. They let me out at 1:30. I was supposed to work till 5. I wish they let me out at like 2:30 or 3. That way, A, I'd have something to do, and B, I would get paid more, you know?
Starts right here at the choose. I would think for sure the one would take the top. Let's see. Confirm that's what he's thinking. Yep.
Dinger. The dice.
Allgaier is going to take the bottom left. Put him second row on those fresh tires. So you say it's no different, and I understand through the Geico restart zone it's no different. But Junior, middle of 1 and 2 and exit of 2, it's going to be way different. I mean, it's going to be for Josh Berry. I'm saying with Arrow, with 2 wide, 3 wide, it's going to have to be a little different. But I think he's in the preferred start. And he has, in my opinion, the best car.
Well, my point is, if he does everything like he does on a Saturday night in his late model, he'll enter turn 1 just fine. It won't be a problem. If he just gets that launch the way he knows he can.
I think AJ wins it here.
He's going to be clear of it. That, to me, is where his focus should be.
Big news with an NFL Hall of Famer earlier today becoming a car owner. Well, how about this? Little basketball Hall of Famer Ben Wallace checking it out. He's going to check out the finish of this. It's going to be great excitement. Hopefully Ben's enjoying himself. It's great to see him out here. It's always great when someone who's a professional athlete in any space comes and checks out some racing.
Played for the Pistons. Right down the road for 9 years. Tough player.
Here we go. Got 10 cars on the lead lap, but that caution allowed Joe Buford 48 to get the lucky dog the way around, and he's going to be in 11th behind this field. Rolling around turn 4.
What's that black car doing?
They see the green flag. 10 miles. Rolling up on the Geico restart zone. Josh Berry on the outside. 19 and Jones spins the tires a little bit on the inside. The 7 is locked onto the back bumper. The 16 of AJ Allmendinger down into turn 1. AJ's going to clear Josh Berry.
Oh boy. Justin just did something. Oh man. AJ Allmendinger just fell way back.
by Josh Berry. I thought it was over. He backed the corner up. Got a huge run off.
All right, I'd love to see AJ make a pass for the win here.
4 more laps for a win at Michigan. AJ will try his hardest.
But I'd also love to see Josh Berry win.
Josh Berry,
You know,
turn 1, they're gonna go.
that solidifies that he's the man.
AJ's right there on the back bumper of the 1. Little bit of movement in the 1 car there. He's chasing it up on the corner.
Boy. Oh shit. There we go. There we go. There we go. Here comes Brandon Jones too. Fuck Brandon Jones. He could suck my dick. Oh, caution's out.
Back straightaway, Carson's out.
Oh man. That's a big crash. That's a big one. Oh man, he all fucked up. Guess what, y'all? Overtime. Overtime.
It looked like on that exchange in turn 1 and 2, Berry gets up the racetrack, just chasing the back of the car. Actually had to lift off the gas to avoid hitting the wall on the exit of 2, and that gave the 16 an incredible run. AMR crew tending to Jesse Little as he climbs out of the car. Let's take a look and see how this accident happened. Look back there. Oh, there you go. Already loose sideways. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. Down the track. Can't tell who that was. That was Jesse. Hard contact to the inside wall. You hate to see that. Oh, gosh. Bailey Curley, I believe, that he got into the back of. Lots of contact. Hate to see that for Jesse Little. These guys, these teams don't have a lot of finance, don't have a lot of money. That's a big hit for those guys to be ready for next week.
My mom's friend just sent me a picture of a giant shopping cart outside of Gateway.
The 19 Jones spun his tires. That allowed that inside line to get some work done. Josh goes to the top, really commits to the throttle here. It's a great run. Really surprised me to be able to get back to the outside of the 16. AJ, generous with the room there. He could have took the line away. At this point, I think it's game over. I think that Berry is in great shape. Going to be able to just drive away, but Allmendinger able to carry so much speed into the corner and then get right in the left rear quarter panel of Josh Berry and get him up the racetrack. You can see Josh loose right there, and he has to lift as he chases the car up the racetrack. And then Allmendinger's right there to side draft, and Jones doesn't have to bring any help. He goes to the bottom. Just like that, Josh Berry goes from first to what we thought was second. It's going to end up being third at the time of the caution. Brandon Jones in front of Josh Berry. That's big for the choose now because, you know, Allmendinger, he's going to choose the top. I assume Brandon Jones is taking the top. So, all right, Dale Jr., owner and analyst, where do you want the one to line up? Bottom, front row? He's here to win the race. I think if you're Josh Berry, you're going to go to the inside and take your chances. Yes, it could end poorly. You could lose a lot of spots through turns 1 and 2, coming off turn 2 on this inside line. But, you know, you're not racing for points. You're racing for trophies. Go for what will give you the opportunity to win the race. I think if he lines up in the outside line in the third lane, that takes away his chance to win. I think if he lines up in the outside lane, his intent is to be way up in that really dark compound. We haven't seen other drivers get there. So if you see him go to the top, it's because he believes the other guys aren't. And he's going to try to take that top lane and get on the outside of them. I'm like you.
Harrison's coming to pit road.
In front of you, but if they leave that bottom open, go take it. The guy leading the race right now was in the bottom lane on the last restart, AJ Allmendinger. We'll see how these guys choose when we come back.
This copyrighted telecast may not be reproduced,
retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of NASCAR Broadcasting. We would like to thank all of our loyal fans for being. Hope you enjoyed today's broadcast.
Football is back with a huge kickoff game. We've got the Buccaneers, not that kind,
There you go. The champs playing the Cowboys. Not even close.
Premier Lacrosse League is on after this. What the fuck?
ABC and Peacock.
Verizon Fios on demand. Best comedies. More horror.
Put that on the list of things I won't be watching.
Like this one.
Before I was an Avenger, I had this family. We have to go back to where it all started.
You should have brought the Avengers.
Which part, Tony? Marvel Studios' Black Widow.
Get the hottest new releases with Verizon Fios on demand.
AJ is hot since last week.
No matter where you go.
Yeah, he is. I mean,
Whether you're looking for
I feel like he really does have a good shot if he goes to Cup at some point again. I mean, I know you retired from Cup. It's so weird. It's like his second coming of AJ Allmendinger. You know?
the Fios TV app to keep you watching while you move. You can feel right at home.
I think
faster. Learn more
he could be a real threat for the Xfinity Series Championship. And then if he ever does go to Cup full time, I think he's obviously not going to ever be a Cup champion, but I think he'd be a threat for some race wins.
Worldwide Technology Raceway, Will Power is on the pole for that one. Yeah, big week. Will Power got his first win of the season last week in Indianapolis. Joined us on Motor Mouths on Wednesday, so it was a great time. And that right there, Swampler Lake, just down the road at Jerry's Pub. Circled on the calendar for great racing in Michigan. If you want a great place to hang out, I suggest Jerry's. A+.
They have spent a few hours in there.
I have not yet this trip, but this race is only 2 laps from ending. So, Parker.
That looks fun, guys. I look forward to that. Hey, catch up here with Mike Baumgartner, who's the crew chief on the one car. Your inexperienced driver in there had a great restart as the leader. What are you telling him now in his current position?
Josh has got plenty of experience. I don't need to tell him a whole lot, but this is a testament to these guys here on the one team. You know, we've been through a lot this year and swapping things around, and you know, today with having a guy like Josh, just let him go. He'll figure it out, and he's done that all day long. We've passed the most cars today, so we'll see what happens here. Anything can happen.
So which lane you want him in, top or bottom here?
He's obviously we want the top, but he's probably good closest to the front. So we'll see. Let's see. I think the two up front may make this interesting. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely will be interesting, Marty.
Parker, what an incredible last restart for AJ Allmendinger. I want to check in with Matt Collick to see if trophy hunting is still on the agenda today. So is that the only thing that you're worried about? Because it was one thing to say in the Cup race last week, there's a championship on the line in this series.
Well, there is, and we are trophy hunting. We just find ourselves, again, right at the end of the race, right, lead the race.
I forgot about this.
So,
Mountain Dew.
Michigan restarting. I'll take AJ Allmendinger all day.
All right, how are the nerves right now?
A little bit nervous. Heart rate's up, but we're feeling good about it. And we're just having fun. It's super fun.
There's the choose. It could wind up being Matt Collick versus you, Dale Jr. This is going to be fun to watch.
I like AJ's chances in that outside line. We saw Josh Berry take the inside line in the lineup on the inside. All these guys want to end up here in the Ruoff Mortgage Victory Lane. It's a great victory lane, right on the front straightaway, right in front of the fans. Let's listen to what AJ's talking about.
Boy, Josh Berry's good. He's going to be tough next year, but he's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on it for sure. Second half of the season he seemed to really figure it out.
From a veteran in the sport, 2 veterans, Chris Rice and AJ. We are in overtime. Presented by Credit One Bank. So basically, we're going to see the green, come back and see the white. If we get a caution before the white, we'll do it again. Once we see the white flag, any flag will end the race.
Really interesting situation. We know Josh Berry. We know how bad he wants to win. He's on the bottom. Then behind him, Brandon Jones hasn't won a race this year. Brett Moffitt lining up. He's not won a race. It was a 98, Ronnie Hurt. He's not won a race this year. We know how hungry the 54 of Gibbs is. Then Noah, a lot of guys in the front of this pack with a ton to go try to get right here.
This is the go where they're not restart. 2, 3 wide, they're going to be everywhere. 19 spun his tires on the last restart on that outside line. Not able to help. Josh Berry, can he help? AJ Allmendinger clear down into turn 1.
Back to green. 2 to go.
Brandon Jones with a big push. Surprised Brandon didn't go to the outside there. Try to take advantage of taking the lead
Caution's out.
Caution's out.
Oh, wow. They were coming to the white flag, like literally like feet away from the white flag.
So let's take a look and see why the 78 car is parked down in turns one. Oh gosh.
Oh, he hit that wall
Turned
hard.
into the outside wall.
No, it did not just blow up.
I wonder if the car broke.
Oh, good point. Maybe broke and then got pushed or hit.
Nowhere to go for the following car.
Hang on, put the wheel on it.
He'd taken the steering wheel off of it, going to get out of the car, and he started pushing. He's like, wait, I got to get the steering wheel put back on.
So I wonder, you know, I mentioned it on the restart previous to this. Brandon Jones connects to AJ. They get a great restart. They're very organized. There needs to be a point, I think, when if Brandon doesn't recognize it, either he gets information from his spotter that he needs to take that outside line, encourage him to make that type of move. You know, I think that is the one hurdle that Brandon Jones as a driver has yet to clear in his career, is to be able to make those moves that are going to give him that victory.
I agree. You know, they accelerated well out of the restart zone, but the shape of the track kind of forces Allmendinger to start turning off the outside wall. So there's a lane there, and I agree. At some point in the 19, even if it doesn't work, you have to say, you know what, I'm here for the win. Turn right and try to get to his quarter panel and make the move around. We saw the 54 do it earlier to make the top work.
You know, if the 54 is in that position, he would have went there.
No doubt.
That's where I think Brandon Jones needs to trip that. You see, guys, right after this, premiere with Cross League quarterfinal playoff action, and then the IndyCar Series race. After that, at 8 o'clock, a lot of great content coming your way once we wrap up here.
So now, where's Josh Berry's brain? Right? He was leading this race, got a good launch, lost the lead, now he's all the way back to fourth. So now where's his brain? What is he thinking right now? I want him to just stay aggressive, right? Just stay aggressive here. What lane do you go to? I don't know. I think you gotta, you just gotta, if you're gonna win a race, you gotta try something different. But that top lane has just been so good.
If I can't beat front row, then I'm taking the top. I don't think second on the inside row is a good place to be. If I can't beat front row, well, then I'm taking the top. We saw Cindric take the lead from row 3 on a 3-wide move through the middle, so it can be done.
Gonna get one more here. We didn't get the one to go, so we had a pretty awesome race, and we're gonna have an amazing finish. Next week, though, Friday night, the Xfinity Series will be under the lights in one of my favorite racetracks, Daytona International Speedway. Race coverage.
And I will be streaming both of those races next week. I will be streaming the Xfinity and Cup race next week.
For the Cup Series, end of their regular season, not for the Xfinity Series. They have a few more races you can see right here. Daytona, Darlington, Richmond, Bristol sets the regular season. So, pressure-packed fun racing on Friday, super pressure-packed on Saturday.
I cannot wait to get back to Daytona. Seems like forever since we've last been to that racetrack. So, looking forward to seeing the cars race there.
NASCAR did such a great job of the schedule. Made the cut race for the cut cars Daytona. We know how crazy Daytona is. They made it for Bristol with Xfinity cars. So, two of our most exciting racetracks are racing your last chance to get yourself in the playoffs.
All right, so we're going to have AJ Allmendinger coming around to the choose. He's going to take the top. I mean, there's no doubt in my mind, right? All right, Brandon Jones, I think you have to take the top, right?
He did it last time, got a great start. I think you do it again.
Ty Gibbs, I think, is going to the bottom. Oh, they leave the bottom. You know that's front row on the bottom. And then, if I'm buried, I'm back to the top again. I just think that's your best chance. If you get bottlenecked down to the bottom, you just cannot be aggressive. You can win from the first spot on the bottom. I don't believe you can win from inside the second row.
Once this race concludes, we're going to have the winners interview. For all other interviews post-race, including interviews from those involved in the accident earlier today, you want to go to NBCSports.com. There you see the choose.
I'm shocked Ty Gibbs took the top. Third car in line. Josh Berry went to the bottom. I love it. I'm not sure he's going to win it, but I definitely like
like first car front row than being fourth in line on the top.
Honestly, these boys have done a great job in the booth without Rick Allen today. Like, I've barely been able to even tell that he's not in the booth. They used to do these broadcasts sometimes where they would have it, like, without Rick Allen, and it wasn't that great, but now they've done a good job today. I wonder if Rick Allen's in the booth for tomorrow.
Be aggressive to block, but also to try to take the spot in front of him.
We got down there, Marty. Let's talk to Jeff Mandering real quick, crew chief for Brandon Jones. So, Brandon played nice on the last restart. You encourage him to maybe be a little more aggressive and maybe go 3 wide on this one.
Definitely, yeah. We didn't get quite the run off the corner we needed to, but the Young Supply Company Cooper has been really good all race. We finally got the position we need, so I think Brandon can pull it off. We'll see what happens.
And you guys are right. They reminded him, hey, watch out for that 54 behind you as well, but they did encourage him, hey, let's be a little more aggressive on this restart. The other thing Brandon said, he fired off way tighter on that run than he expected to. I mean, interesting final restart here at Michigan.
And I actually think the aggression out of the 19 and the 54 is an advantage for the 2 Junior Motorsports cars on the bottom. Because if they stick together, if Noah commits to his teammate with a push, and the second and third guy on the outside lane jump up, that may hurt momentum out of the outside lane.
Which lane's going to get organized?
All right, here we go. Overtime number 2. Oh, someone's smoking. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh no! Oh no! Oh boy, another restart.
These restarts are crazy.
We'll have another overtime restart.
Lay down here, bring it to her. Alright, get the tires cleared. Put new tires on. It will not be fresh, but at least won't have any blind spots or rust.
Alright, let's go back and see what happened. We talked about it. Everybody was going to get aggressive. Ty Gibbs at the outside lane just stepped out on him. Just pushing the car a little bit harder than he needed to. That's been a success, though.
Can't believe everybody avoided that car.
Ty Gibbs has had a lot of success being aggressive, right? That's what's gotten him here. Just overstepped his bounds just a little bit right there.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
young guy, man. It's a young guy.
You got to race to your signature, right? You can't be someone you're not.
Riding on the big boy camera here, Riley Herbst watching the 54 car. Ty Gibbs getting loose out there.
I think it's a good time to point out a great run for Riley Herbst in the 98, right? We see the one sliding up the racetrack, the 54 gets loose. At 98 of Riley Herbst, we know Annette's out in the Drivers' Championship currently. He has to take advantage of this, and he's currently 43 points above the cut line. That's good work for the driver of the 98. We see some big accidents today, and he's avoided them all.
That right there from Ty Gibbs, you know, to crash in front of the field, and that be the only car that got involved. Pretty surprising.
There's the points right now as they run, and you can see Herbst 43 up on Michael Annette. And he hasn't gained any points today in the stages. So in stage, well, he actually got a few points there in stage 2, but just 1 point. So this finish is critical. He needs to get this car home in one piece in the top 10, maybe the top 5. Let's listen to some one audio with Josh Berry.
Well, at least I know now that at least if I have a little bit of help, I can do this, because I was beginning to wonder that I was not capable.
Yeah, F4. No, the O2 wasn't able to help you out as much as Noah was there, so if we could get that again, that would be a plus.
And so that leads to the discussion among spotters, among junior motorsports teams. The 9, of course, wants to win the race for the 9. Boy, it would sure be nice if teammate 9 was behind the number 1. We'll see what happens when they get to the choose line, guys.
Yeah, the 9 of Noah. Yeah. I mean, Noah, the start of this year was horrible. I don't think it could have gone any worse. I mean, he hit a lot of stuff. They blew motors up. They didn't run well. But over these last several races, Noah Gragson has gotten his feet underneath him. He's gained a lot of points, got a lot of top tens. Just not, we don't hear a lot of noise from them, but they're doing well. They're getting their consistency back. And here he is, sitting there in this race in fourth spot with a chance to win. And, you know, this team, I know early didn't look like it, but this team, if they can get some playoff points, they can be a contender for this championship.
I'm telling you, if I'm Noah, though, I have a hard time lining up in the inside line in the second row behind the one. If Josh Berry again chooses that bottom, I've got to choose that outside line in the third lane to give myself the best shot. Because we saw just a few restarts before the 7 car of he was up in the front 2 rows and made it all the way back outside the top 5 by the time we got to turn 3. So I just think that
is this it? Do you guys think this is it? Or do you think we see more?
Good position, lining up in that inside line. I agree with you. The key to that is having the confidence to say, I'm going to take care of myself. I know that's my teammate, but it's what's important is what's for my car. What do I need to put in my car? And having that confidence to say, I'm making this call for me and my team and not Junior Motorsports. He's got to have that confidence to make that call.
Well, as we ride another lap here, cleanup continuing. You think today's good? Wait until tomorrow. The Cup Series of Michigan is going to be great.
Michigan is the center of speed for our cars. So fast. I mean, you feel the speed there. Racing in Michigan is very challenging. Michigan is a track that there really is nothing like on the NASCAR circuit.
Tomorrow, there's the scheduled 2 p.m. NASCAR America pre-race, and then countdown to green at 2:30, 3 o'clock. Cup Series racing for Michigan International Speedway, and then you don't want to miss NASCAR America post-race at 6 o'clock. Full day NASCAR Cup Series action. A lot of fun. I think that race is going to be much different than this because of the different package and power and downforce and so forth, plus what we've seen from this resin. I've liked what I've seen from it. It's given guys an opportunity in a third groove. Traditionally, these cars run in the bottom, in the middle of the racetrack, but that is absolutely providing another option.
I 100% agree with you, Junior. I think we'll see cars way up in that third and fourth groove. This car is going to have tons of downforce. They're going to have more grip than these cars do.
All right, we're getting 1 to go.
It looks like Noah's trying to figure out what Noah's going to do. We feel pretty confident Josh Berry's going to go to the inside here, the 19, and Jones going to stay with AJ. There you have it. Oh, Josh Berry surprises us all. He's like, I'm done with that bottom. I've done it twice. I'm done with that. So he goes to the top now. Gragson.
So Noah Gragson might win.
With the opportunity to try to take this race win away from AJ lying up on the inside of row
And
1.
Bubba's back up to 8th.
And they're buddies. Yeah, let's go. That's Noah. They grew up together in Las Vegas. They got involved in racing together. They hang out together. So that 98, he needs a good day. But also, that's his buddy in front of him. He's going to do everything he can to push him.
Dude, if Riley Herbst wins this race, I'm going to shoot myself in the face.
Here at Michigan. Fun fact, you know who won the other longest race ever here?
Oh, yeah? Really? That's cool. Well, look at that rundown, man.
Sounds like everybody else wrecked.
Oh, my goodness. I want to mention some names. Moffitt, Buford, Wallace, Bubba, Mills, Sieg, Clemens, Anderson, Martins, all these guys having solid runs today. We've had a lot of attrition, a lot of crashes, but it's given these other teams an opportunity to come in here, get a great result.
Speedway has crashes. I mean, big wrecks. I wasn't expecting that one with Ty Gibbs. Could have easily been much bigger.
Well, Noah Gragson, we know how aggressive he has been in his career. I don't see any reason why that should stop right now. If he can get a great launch, get a push from Riley, he's going to sail that thing into turn 1 and try to push Allmendinger out of the line.
I'll tell you,
what kind of chaos with that cause.
All these overtime restarts have aged about 5 years in the last 15 minutes. We're going to find out what happens on this one. AJ controlling the restart on the outside line.
All right, back green. Is this it?
Noah hoping that Riley can push him into the lead. That outside line is really organized. Jones again right in the back bumper of the 16. Will he go to the outside? He's going to commit to the back bumper of the 16 and clear both drivers down
Brandon Jones. Someone's smoking, man. Is that Justin Haley again?
Jones almost to the quarter panel, not quite. AJ clear now by car length, 2 car lengths, 3 car lengths down into turn 3.
Brandon Jones has had a fast race car today, going to that resin to see.
Will we get the white flag?
Back there in 5th, Harrison Burton.
All right, white flag. One more lap. All right.
Trying to break the draft down the front straightaway. You see them snaking up and down the straightaway, trying to get away from each other. Jones to the outside, trying to create some momentum and speed. He's got a good run off of turn 2. Will it be enough? AJ still controlling a few car lengths. Battle for 4th back there, the right side of the screen. Jones closed in with a couple of car lengths, but AJ fades down low. Off of turn 4, it's
AJ is gonna do it. He's gonna do it, AJ. Yeah, AJ. Yeah, baby. Woo! I'll never get over how excited he gets.
What a run for Collie Racing, coming out of Indy with a cup win.
Big crew, awesome.
AJ,
that was phenomenal, dude.
Riding the momentum into Michigan. His 3rd win this season. His 2nd on an oval, his 8th career win. Collie's 11th career win. Pretty incredible what this team's been able to do in a very short period of time, and it's because of this man right here in the red shirt. Allner has put so much into this. He's invested, he's put everything he could into it. They started big.
Started big. I had two races in the last 6 days.
Fully committed to full-time Cup Series competition next year, continuing the growth of this organization. And this was an amazing hire for this company to bring AJ, his veteran leadership, brings experience, and he's brought them wins.
Man, he is ecstatic.
To lose these opportunities and have these opportunities to drive race-winning cars taken away.
Last weekend, after A.J. Allmendinger won the Cup Series race in Indianapolis, he stuck around overnight. And then before leaving town, he went back to the Brickyard.
Dude, AJ loves
He went
winning.
back to the Brickyard to kiss the bricks one more time, and he ran into a group of fans, a lot like you all up here, and they all took pictures with the winner that day. You want to stick around and take pictures here all night?
Yeah, I'm gonna go kiss. No, I'm not gonna kiss the start finish line, bud. Wow. What a hell of a 6 days. Oh my goodness. This is what's awesome though. To have all the fans back. Indy last weekend was spectacular. Michigan, thank you God. You guys make it fun. Oh man. AJ, thanks for Ramco Specialties. Might have to get more of them to sponsor it, you know, because we 2 races, 2 wins. So
AJ Allmendinger is the happiest driver of 2021.
Woo. I'm more tired from the celebrations than I am from driving.
We can understand. We know you're pushing that 4-0 mark. Not yet. So many times there were lines to choose. There were places to go here. How'd you guys make the right calls all day?
That's awesome. Thank you so much, guys. I mean, when you're restarting on the front row, the outside was the place to be. The problem is you just gotta hope. You
you got pushed. Brandon Jones, thank you so much, because he pushed me every time. My spotter, Frank Denny, oh my goodness. He was driving the car for me, basically behind me. And I can't thank all the men and women at College Racing enough. Matt Calling, all of our partners, Hyper Ice, Leaf Filter, Leaf Home Solutions.
That was awesome. See you tomorrow. All right, see you, Kenneth. I will be live tomorrow. When's the race start?
Man, baby, I love you, Tara, so much. Thank you so much. Mom and Dad, all my friends and family. I don't want to wake up from this dream.
It's a great dream.
3. So I'll be live 2:45.
He wins at Michigan.
That was fun. I thoroughly enjoyed that race.
Followed it up. Came to Michigan, 2-mile racetrack. AJ Allmendinger gets it done again. College Racing's talking it down right now. AJ Allmendinger taking advantage of a great opportunity.
Remember, more post-race interviews on NBCSports.com. Join us tomorrow on NBCSN for Cup Series Racing from Michigan. All that starts with the NASCAR America pre-race show at 2 p.m. AJ Allmendinger again dominant.
All right, y'all. I'm ending the stream. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll be live around 2:45 tomorrow. I want to thank you guys for watching. And peace.